Man, I don't know if nobody can hear me. Damn, my throat is fucked up, man. Let me know if anybody out there. Yeah, man, just sitting back watching football. Anybody in the building? Can y'all hear me? Wait a minute. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, let me know when somebody's up in here. Is the chats on? Oh, Aaron, what's up, man? Oh, howdy, man. What's going on, bro? How you doing? I like that American flag logo. Where you from, man? What state you in? Let me know if you can hear me. Oh, you from Florida? Okay. And my throat's fucked up, man. I don't even know why I went live. Shit, I can barely swallow some water right now. I need to get some whiskey or something. What part of Florida are you from? So like with Tallahassee or the Panhandle? You down south? Where you from? Oh, Naples. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. I never been down there, but I'm just saying I've heard of it. Yeah, Naples. Definitely heard of Naples. Yeah, man. I'm just sitting back chilling, man. I'm watching all these football games. Cause I'm a big college football fan, so I watched the Army Navy game. The Black Knights lost, what I'm saying? The midshipmen got us 17-16. It was a good game, actually. If anybody watched it, I probably was the only one person watching it. But yeah, the Army Navy game was a good game. Yeah, I always root for Army, and they lost. Then I watched what other game I watched? I watched the Heisman Trophy thing. I like that kid won it from Indiana. That was a good selection because Indiana. I couldn't believe it. They beat Ohio State and Michigan the same year. So I mean, you got to give it to the kid. You know what I'm saying? And then I watched the high school championship games, Louisiana. I don't know if you're a high school football fan, but shit, I mean, you ain't got to be, but you from Florida because yeah, Florida's definitely about football. But Louisiana, the team that won it this year, they Edna Carr High School. Shout out to them out of New Orleans. Shit, man, they got 16 kids signed with Division I football programs. That team is loaded. Yeah, man. See, I just try to go live. I'm trying to test out a system. I'm not gonna probably stay long. I'll probably stay up like for a little bit. But I was trying to test a new little format. I'm just trying to. I mean, I'm not really the most high tech person, so let me know if you can hear me though. Aaron, can you hear me? Oh, well, you might be gone by now. Shit, I don't even know. Saturday night didn't get paid. You know what I'm saying? What did the alert zone say? Let it warm up. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. Yeah, that's a long time for when you're impatient. Oh, you still here? Okay. Yeah, man. Shit, it's been good weather. Today was a good day in New Orleans. What the weather like down there in Naples? Is it hot or is it cold? Because it's been cold down here. What it do, YouTube? Oh, okay, Lundy. I see you, man. What it do, YouTube? Right? Man, my throat is fucked up. I don't know what happened. Yeah, man. I'm just chilling, man. It's crazy. The weather down here has been up and down, man. Like today was like 78 degrees, and tomorrow is gonna be 56. It's just like, man, this is going up 20, down 20, and then Louisiana is down to southeast Louisiana. That is, it's crazy down here. Who we got up in here? Louisiana in there. Okay, all right. I see you. Oh, tactical. Okay, right on. High 83. Okay, Aaron, high 83. Yeah, yeah. It got to 77 or 78 today, but it ain't gonna stay that way. It's about to drop all the way down in a minute. Literally a minute. That's why I said I was just coming out here to sit back and enjoy that fresh air with no mosquitoes for once. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing about living in Southeast Louisiana. When you don't have no mosquitoes, you better take your ass outside because normally it's like it's always mosquitoes, man. So it's just fucked up out here. I still love it though, but it's it ain't ain't ideal. Yeah, man. So y'all see my Glock 19 right here with the Ramjet. I don't know if you can see it. Let me know if I can see it good. If it's looking good. I can't touch it because it's a live video. But the reason why I put this up here because I'm going back to this for my winter carry. I'm gonna put the 43X up and carry this one. Everybody go. They carrying all these big ass guns in the winter. Well, in Louisiana, it ain't that damn cold. So I just need a bigger. I just want to have a bigger pistol because I'm wearing, I can wear it different ways, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna rock this for the rest of the Christmas season and stuff like that. Still rocking a 43X in the daytime and things like that, but this gonna be the new carry for the not new, but it's gonna be a carry for the road trips and stuff like that. I'm gonna stick with the 19. I ain't gonna carry my long slides and stuff because it ain't really worth it, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't about like that whole stupid thing about well, what if you use it and the cops take it and all? Man, fuck all that shit. I'm taking the best gun that I can shoot the best. Whatever that gun is, that's the one I'm gonna carry, and I shoot this one the best. And so, and with the Ramjet, all that shit, I'm that gun. I shoot this gun the best, and there's no doubt about it. The 43X is close, but it ain't really the gun I shoot the best is the Glock 34. But ain't no way I'm carrying that because I don't want to lose that for show. But not really lose it, but it's a shorter barrel, you know what I'm saying? Who we got up in here? Let's see here. William, what's up? What's up, man? Best budget gun on the market. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Is that real? Oh, Cindy, Essler, or whatever you are, is that real? What is real? Yeah, I switched to Smith and West. Man, it's what frame winner more. Smith and Wesson, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I truly believe Smith and Wesson is definitely like one of my favorite companies. And I know people saying, "Well, you only own one Smith and Wesson." So what? I bought one, and all their guns. I'm really fascinated by their performance center guns. Their standard line guns are good too, but because their price point and their reliability and all the stuff they give you is pretty good. But the performance center guns are like, man, them guns are sweet, man. Smith is definitely they stepped their game up. Out of all the gun companies, Smith, CZ was always good. Beretta was always good. Uh, Mechanic, they got better for sure. But I think the company that really the pistol company for that matter, that really completely overhauled their whole company was Smith and Wesson. I easily, I got I got a end of the year top gun manufacturer company list coming up. I'm gonna do a video. I ain't gonna do it all right now, but I got my rank my favorite uh pistol and gun manufacturing company. There's gonna be two categories. and people who don't know how to read and stuff, they're not going to be able to follow these these videos I'm gonna put out pretty soon because they're not gonna be able to they're not gonna read the thumbnail. They're not gonna even know how to read anything. They're gonna just react to what I say. So it's gonna be one. It's gonna be top pistol companies of the year, and then top gun produce like manufacturers that people that produce all kind of guns. And I'm gonna rank all my companies and stuff. And then I'm gonna do a accessory top five company. I'm gonna do a whole thing. I got 3 or 4 videos lined up, but of course, nobody's gonna get it right because they're gonna just react to what I'm gonna put out, and they're gonna be like, "Man, they ain't," and they're gonna mix everything up. And so I'm just saying, it's gonna say pistol, and it's gonna say gun manufacturer, and it's gonna say accessory. So I'm letting you guys know who's watching this. All 3 of y'all, who's ever over here. Oh, how many up in here? Can somebody tell me how many people are watching? Well, if you come in, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to. Make sure you are still subscribed because now YouTube takes my subscribers away. I'm just letting you know. I mean, I don't, someone told me I had 8,000 subscribers. I don't really look at it anymore, but supposedly from people that know me closely, they said I should be way over 10,000 subscribers. And I don't know about that, but I know for a fact that sometimes back in the day I would go check and it'll say like 3,500 for example, and then the next morning I wake up and say 3,490. I'm like, well, wait a minute, 10 people unsubscribe. And unsubscribing is really a weird thing because most people don't do that. When they usually subscribe, they stay with you or they just don't go back to your channel, but they'll drop a subscription. Don't mean they're gonna watch all your content. But I find it weird that unsubscribing, that means that something you said offended somebody or something like that. It's probably some petty shit. And then you just say, "Oh, I ain't gonna subscribe to you no more." But oh yeah, it's a thing though. YouTube takes away subscriptions. So you better make sure, like if you follow somebody, it ain't gotta be me. I don't give a shit. But any of your favorite gun tubers or content creators, and you don't see a notification from them from a while or something like that, they probably unsubscribed you. So I'm just letting you know because I always check all the people I follow, and there's been many times I had to resubscribe to people that I follow daily. It's unfortunate, man. It's really unfortunate. See what we got up in here. KP. Oh, what's up? What's up, KP? Oh yeah, KP. I got a Christmas package for you, man. Yeah, man. And oh yeah, by the way, it's Boudin. It's not Boudin. You right, KP. It's Boudin sausage, not Boudin. Man, I did a short. I was showing a little food and firearms, and I said Boudin. I'm not. First of all, let me make this clear. My mama was born in Louisiana. My dad was born in Arkansas. I was born in Chicago, but I pretty much grew up in high school in the West Coast, California. So I don't. This is not my hometown, New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? This is my mama's home area. My mama was born here in 1927. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm around here, I feel like I'm at home because my mama was. This is my mom's land, but I didn't grow up with here. So my mom got all that, like KP Heathen and all these boys, Nola Gospel and all them. They all from here, and especially the boys that live below I-10. Anybody from Louisiana, know what I'm talking about? It's 2 different worlds. Like northern Louisiana is not really. Northern Louisiana is Louisiana for sure, but it's not like when you're down here in the boot. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's from Louisiana know what I'm talking about. The state of Louisiana is pretty big. It's a lot of land, but for the most part, it's 2 different states inside of one. And if you ever been to like Baton Rouge and then you went to Shreveport, you'll be like, man, this is vastly different. Or you've been to Lafayette or Opelousas, or you've been to Belle Chase, Galliano, then you went to Slidell. I mean, these areas are not, Garyville. These areas are not the same, and so you know that's why I feel comfortable in Louisiana because my mom was born here and my grandma lived here, and what I'm saying. So, and I used to come down here when I was a kid when I was in Chicago. So I feel at home even though I'm not from here. But I tell people that I don't even tell people that I'm not from here because my accent don't even fit in. Like they can pick up real quick that I'm not from here, and I don't try to act differently. You know what I'm saying? So they respect me. Then when they start talking to me, they go like, "Oh yeah, well, where are you really from?" And then I start telling them where I'm from, and then who my mom, where she's from, and all that kind of stuff. Then they'd be like, "Oh man, yeah, okay, fam, you yeah, oh, baby, you with us?" But it's like, yeah, of course I'm with you. I'm always gonna be with Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be down with the South, and not in the ways that ignorant people and stupid people think. I'm down with the South with uh, the brotherly love, and the food, and the people that hunt and fish and take care of the land, treat people with respect, look out for the elderly. Yes ma'am, no ma'am. I'm down for those things. I ain't down for all that stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So no, I ain't. No, that don't make you Southern. That ain't even. That don't make you Southern being stupid and ignorant and disrespectful. What makes you Southern is being respectful, dignified, and paying it forward to others, that have less than you. That's what makes you Southern. You know what I'm saying? But that's my definition. I don't know if that's the whole state, but that's how I look at it. When I'm down here, I move freely. Nobody bothers me. I had a elderly white lady was in front of me in the grocery store today, and I said, "Ma'am, let me help you with that." She said, "Oh, thank you, baby." She wasn't scared at all. Walked her out. I paid for my groceries. Walked her out to her car, put her groceries in the car, pushed her shopping cart back to the thing. You know, man, I don't give a fuck what color you are, man. All that bullshit, man. They create all that shit, man. I'm telling you, man. That woman treated me like I was her own son. Held my hand, thank you, baby. All trying to give me a couple of bucks. I said, I'm not too old for a couple of bucks. And she was like, oh, baby, I know. I just want to give you a little kiss. You're so sweet and so nice. Kiss me on the cheek, everything. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. 57 years old. I don't need $3 for helping you put your groceries in your car. So I try to do stuff like that. But yeah, I love it down here, man. The South is great, man. It's a great place. That's why I'm trying to get my little blue crab hole lined up down there by Homa. I met a guy down up here. He gonna take me out there. He lived right on the street from me, and he got his cousins and stuff. I saw them come with them blue crabs. I said, "Man, what's up with the blue crabs?" He said, "Oh, brother, you want to come with us?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I want to come with y'all." Shit, let me go out there, give me some blue crabs. Shit, fuck yeah. I want a pawn shop. I went to a pawn shop yesterday, and they had a Canic TTI for a little over. Man, let me tell you right now, KP, uh, those used gun sales are really good. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Alert Zone said it. He said it. He said, "This is the best time in the history of America to buy a gun," and that's even on the used market. There are so many great used guns, and because remember, nowadays when people buy guns, they don't they don't really have no knowledge of what they're doing. They just buy it. So once they go shoot it, they go like, "Oh, I don't like this," and then they go sell it. But they don't know that you ain't getting no money back on it. So if you go buy a $700 gun right now and go shoot it 2 or 3 times, when you go sell it, it's considered a used gun, and then you they might give you like 400. Seriously. So a person can walk in right behind you. Now the gun shop is going to mark it up to back to 500 probably used, but he can get that same gun that you paid $700 or $800 for $500. Used market is awesome, very good in America, but people don't like it because they think it don't work. It doesn't work. Oh man, hold on for a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, what's up? Oh yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for the good. Yeah, yeah, cool little gun stand. Langdon Tactical Beretta at 92. Damn, gotta have one, man. That's Langdon Tactical. They make a lot of money, man. That dude, he be tricking out all those Beretta 1301s and all that. Guns and movies. The Tech Nine machine pistol, fun. Yeah, if you can find one that didn't jam, shit. I know about the Tech Nine. That motherfucker was a jam-o-matic. They don't. A lot of the cats don't. Back in the day, they don't tell you those stories, man. Them things were jam-o-matics. So you wouldn't put your life on a Tech Nine, man. You might not make it out alive. They were known to jam. It looked very good though. Yeah, man. But yeah, this is gonna be my I'm gonna move this into my winter carry, my Glock 19 right here. And like I said, YouTube, I'm not touching it. It's on the stand. I got a little control knob for the speed. That's all it is. Just so calm down. I'm not doing nothing to it. So it's just condensing down the rotation, but not really going overboard. You know what I'm saying? But what I was going to talk about was, man, these little ads they be running on the. I don't know if how many people we got up in here. We got what? Because anybody tell me how many people are watching this? I can't tell because y'all know more than me. Are you looking to grab a higher cost pistol if you don't already, or is it just Glocks and polymer striker fire? Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. I ain't mad at that. No, I'm looking to get a 1911 steel frame, and I'm definitely, I mean, I guess I'll breaking news. I would like to have a staccato. You know what I'm saying? You know, but for pistols, that's about as far as I'm gonna go right now. Like I don't see nothing in a pistol format moving forward more than a 1911 45 ACP or a staccato. And because the only reason why the staccatos is on my list because I shot a couple of them, you know what I'm saying? And they some badass guns. I'm not gonna lie, them boys put a good ass pistol together. Now, with that being said, I'm looking at it Smith and Wesson MMP Performance Center full metal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not leaving them out the book. But ain't nobody. Everybody ain't getting my money. One of them gonna get another. There's another company's gonna get my 9mm money, and only one company's gonna get. Well, there's two companies gonna get 45 ACP money, and that's gonna be Glock, and that's gonna be a 1911. But those are the only two pistols that's left that I want. I personally want a Glock 30, and I fucked up because I had plenty of opportunities to get one and kept pushing it off. And that's why I keep telling y'all, man, y'all better try to get what you always wanted because they're gonna take this shit away. And when they take it away, you ain't gonna have it. And that's why I got all these Glock Gen 5s locked and loaded, ready to go and I ain't got to stress on none of this shit. But a lot of people are gonna be very upset that they didn't at least buy a couple of guns. You know, like I am saying, even if you're not a gun collector or YouTuber, like you should at least have two or three guns. Maybe not five or six or seven, but at least two or three. And so like, because it's getting slim pickings right now. They about to start taking shit away and doing all this kind of weird shit. That's why I say, like, honestly, man, like, uh, get a pistol, get a shotgun, get an AR, and then just call it a day. Or get two pistols or three pistols, an AR and a shotgun, and call it a day. But don't get caught with just nothing. I mean, that's just a bad move. But let me get to the topic, man. I'm tired about these ads. It's killing me, man. These ads on my YouTube channel. I got monetized. I'm happy. I'm proud. Thank you. I appreciate all the subscribers because that's how that shit happens and all the people that watch. That's why I say if you ain't check and make sure you subscribe, man. You may not even be subscribed to my channel and you watching this live, but you thought you were subscribed. So they making it very hard. But my point is, they run all these weird ads, like these little erection pills, like make your penis hard and all that kind of stuff. Like uh, weird ass little ads. And I just want y'all like, no, I don't pick the ads they run on my channel. So if you watch my channel, and you see a weird little ad, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Let me just tell y'all right now, I ain't got nothing to do with that ad. They doing some weird ass ads, man, and they running these little weird ass like games, like buy this app for this game, and it's like a shoot up game, like blow up all this little town or create a prison, and you can be the warden and all that kind of shit, or be the man. I didn't sign off on none of that shit, man. I find that shit really weird. Like they just stick these little weird ass content on your channel that if you did that same thing, they would like strike you, but they'll run an ad for some shit that's weird. Like make that shit make sense to me, man. Like that's just some weird shit to me. Like, dude, like they gonna run these roll pills, these pills that make for erection or penis erection or what is it? I can't even say the word when you can't get it up, and they got a pill for you, and then but if you did a video saying like, "Oh man, I when I drink this, I smash bitches," like whatever, and then they will block it and then strike your channel. But they gonna let when you get monetized, they run all this weird shit on your channel. I'm just like, man, I was watching. I actually because sometimes when you make content, you don't really watch your video when it gets monetized. Meaning that you'll make a video and you watch it for the editing part and all that kind of stuff. And for me, it's pretty simple. I don't have no editing, so anybody watch my channel, that shit's pretty straightforward. It's just some regular shit. But sometimes you want to watch and make sure you, I don't know, for whatever reason, you're going to watch it again, and you rewatch it after you film it. But it's not monetized when you rewatch it. You watch it and then you say, okay, that's cool. All right, it looks good. And then you upload it. Audio sounds good, good lighting, and then you just upload it. But when these motherfuckers get their hands on it, they stick all these ads on it when you're monetized, and you don't really see it until you actually go back and watch your video monetized. So if you don't watch your video monetized, you don't know what the fuck they running on your channel. So I happened to sit back and watch a few videos, and man, I was like, man, what the fuck? They running some weird ass. And I watch everybody else's videos. They running the same shit. They're not picking on me. It's like everybody getting the same shit. But I'm just like, man, this shit is weird, man. I mean, and part of it because I'm old, but it's like it's just a weird thing, man. Like it's really a different. If people think it's all easy creating content and making videos, it is. But man. These boys that's running this shit, people that's running this shit, they different, man. And I bet you if you saw them in person, you'd be like, oh my god, like that's the person that monetizes my video. You'll be like, what the fuck? That motherfucker's a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, they're not normal motherfuckers, man. They some strange cats. With that being said, they might not even monetize this live because I'm talking shit about them. I don't give a shit anyway. What we got over here? Let's see. Yo, everybody left. Lee, what's up with it, Lee? Yeah, I know. Was it buffering? So what do I do now? Is it still live right now? Anybody here? Should I reset it? Let me know if anybody can hear me. Anybody here? Oh, you good? You good to me? Okay, okay. Oh, is this well dressed? What's up, well dressed? My man, well, I was about to call you today, man. I was talking about you today because I saw James did a live, and I was gonna holler at you, well dressed, man. I saw your you got that what you just did a video on was it a shotgun? You did a shot upgrade to your shotgun. Well dressed tactical, man. That's a good brother right there, man. Go by and subscribe to his channel for sure. Okay, we good. You're still here. Okay, everybody's saying here. Yeah, the TS12. Yeah. Now that TS12. If I remember, that's the one that has it has the cylinders and you rotate it 6 shells in each cylinder in a semi-automatic. That's a badass gun. That's about IWI if I'm correct, right? Yeah, I remember that one. That's a badass shotgun. It's 3 tubes and you get 6 shots in each tube, I think, or something like that, or is it 5 shots? Oh, TS-12. So yeah. I think that's the one. But the Big Boy Noise had one, I think. Man, I miss the old school gun tubers, man. Say something good. YouTube. Somebody, right? Right. Man, I'm for real, man. Hey, YouTube be tripping, boy. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers is crazy, boy. And I know, oh, what's up, New York? I see you. Hey, New York. I saw your 2025 collection. That shit was cold, bro. Man, your Cerakotes, I ain't gonna lie. They are on point. I think the 45 one you got, Glock 45 Cerakote, that motherfucker clean as fuck. And that was the one I think you did for your grandfather or something like that. You said the military color was to your father or your grandfather. I can't remember that one. But anyway, New York, yeah, you got a clean collection, man. And you got different guns, and you got what I like about your collection, New York Tactical 33. Go to his channel and subscribe. What I like about that and YouTube, I'm not touching the gun. See my hands over the gun. It's not. I'm not touching it. I'm around it and everything, but I'm not touching it. What I like about your collection is that you got different pistols, but all the pistols you got are high quality. And I say you will be a good candidate to get a Beretta because if you think about it, you have a CZ, you have a Canic, you have a Glock, you have what else you got is cold. You got a T size, I think. I don't know if you got a 2011, but you got a 1911 T size. You got some kind of T size pistol, and then you got a couple more. So you got a different. You have a lot of different companies. Yeah, I mean, and you got a dope ass collection. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, man, I'm 40 years old, and I like older gun tubers. I can't rock with these young YNs. I don't really say YN. Not gonna take it against you, but I call them YKs, young kings. But do you? Because I think that the YN thing is being taken out of proportion to a point. Not you, sir. I'm just saying that when people say that they're demonizing our young African American youth, and not all of them are out there packing guns and acting crazy and rioting and looting and stuff like that. Just like because in New Orleans, you might not notice in Louisiana, there's a new thing called YCs, young crackers. There's a white kids that have actually picked up this subculture of YNs that really doesn't really exist, been labeled by media and social media and stuff like that, been labeled and they even know that it's not real, the YCs, and they picked it up, and now they take pride on being YCs. So it's really bad when people kind of like, not you, sir. I'm not talking about you, so don't take it personal. But when people pick up lingo and slang, particularly older people, like I'm 57, and so I stay grounded because I have children that young. I have young adult children. Not now. I have no teenage children. I have young adult children. I have a 19-year-old, but when I hear people say YN and stuff like that, I don't particularly like it because I spend a lot of my time coaching kids of different age groups and cultural backgrounds and economic backgrounds, and I know that doesn't apply to every last one of those people that look like the people that they're going to say the YN is. So when I see kids with dreadlocks and maybe they sag in their pants a little bit, whatever, I don't immediately think that they're a thug or a goon or nothing like that. I look at them as like a young kid. I don't a YK, a young kid. I don't look at them as a YN or whatever. And so the whole YN and the young crackers, the YCs, because that's a thing down here. The YCs and even the white kids. I'm like, man, don't be running around here acting all like you this, that, and the other. Like that's not cool. So you know it's just me. I don't want to get too much into all that because that's not I'm all, my kids are cool. My kids are all college graduates and doing things, so I don't really trip off all that too much. But if you still got kids and you're a young adult and you may have kids or you got grandkids or teenage kids in the house, just teach them to stop piggybacking off the bad language. I call it lazy language, lazy stereotypes. Like stereotypes are real. Okay, there's a lot of stereotypes that are absolutely real, absolutely factual in a sense. But at the same time, everybody don't fit a stereotype. there's all kind of anomalies, and so I never bought into the whole YC thing or the N word thing. I don't really use that word that much. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say that much, someone's watching this live, is that when I get around people that I went to high school with, I'm 57, so that means somebody has to be born in 68 or 69. we might be like, man, what's up, my end, whatever. But that's only with them, and that's a small number of people. So you anybody watching this live will probably never ever hear me use that word like loosely in a public environment or a setting or any kind of media platform. But that's just me. And I don't judge people because, like I said, the word to me is not uncommon. And but I also know that there's people who look just like me. They get labeled badly by that kind of word, and they're not nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? They're really good people, and they're not criminals, and they're not thugs, and all that. So that's just my thing. I'm done with that. So anyway, man, well dressed. What's up with it? Well dressed. Well, thanks for the sub, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right on. Yeah. Strap. Yeah. I just sent my Glock 49 to the Glock store to get it. What is the R cut? Hey, New York Tactical 30. Well, what is the R cut? I heard about the C cut. That's when they put the cuts on top of the slide. But I don't know about the R cut. What is the R cut? Are they doing a trigger guard or something like that? What is R? Just let me know what that is. But I tell you what, man, this 19 right here you looking at, this motherfucker bad as fuck, man, with the Ramjet, the Glock 19, and I don't got no beaver tail on this one because this the guns I carry, and I don't like the beaver tails on my concealed carry because it pokes too much in my stomach. Because now I got a gut, kind of like I used to didn't have a gut, but now I got a gut. Oh, the alert zone! Oh, the alert zone TV. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was just talking about you earlier, Echelon. Uh, first of all, I thought you was a Walther PPK, your 380. That's a cold motherfucker. I remember that's how I met you, James. They just put 6 holes in the front of the sights. Oh, they ported it 6 times? Uncle James, huh? Yeah, that's right, well dressed. Hey, James, I thought you was a moderator. The alert zone's not a moderator? Let me put an alert zone. Oh, that's New York. New York is a moderator, right? Okay, standard moderator. Okay. All right, now let me get I thought James, I thought you was a moderator, man. What's going on? The alert zone. Okay. Yeah, I need a lot of moderators because you got these trolls sometimes. But yeah, a question opinion of the economy. The economy. I mean, I know politics, man. Do I need to get a political channel? Well, I mean, if you since you what's good, everyone? Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris. What's going on? Yeah, I could help but laugh. On his outlaw did a review on a high point AR-15. Yeah, it happened. I happened to catch you live. All right, Lurch Zone, I got you as a moderator now. Okay, Chris, well dressed. Yeah, yeah, well dressed for everybody. Like well dressed is probably the most popular gun tuber that I know because he spends a lot of time supporting everybody, doing big things and stuff like that. I've been on him for a while. A lot of people don't even know this. I've been on well dressed for a minute, and then finally, alerts on everybody else. So good guy, man. Like I said, his name of his title of his channel, it fits what he does. Like everything's well dressed. His guns are well dressed. He's well dressed, clean home, clean family, clean life. You know what I'm saying? Really good man. But I was gonna say, I don't like these ads, man. Let me get back to these ads though, man. I don't like these ads they running on the channel because that was a thing. I guess maybe because I'm an 80s kid. I grew up in the 80s and like you want to make money, but I don't like these little weirdo ads they run on your channels, though, man. These weird games, prison break games, like being a ward and beating people down and stuff like that. I'm not into all that stuff, man. I didn't know that's how that went down. And what's funny, the stuff they run on your channel for ads is stuff that they would not even let you upload. They would even monetize it. So it's kind of like it's very hypocritical, man. Media. I didn't think I'd even be at this point in my life, like even worried about some shit like this. I'm watching the LA Bowl right now in Washington against Boise State. Apologies, man. We're curious about Life in the Big Easy. Okay, okay. I still want to know what he got today. You got something to know? You got something to know? Say, Life in the Big Easy is good, man. That like the alerts don't can speak on that, man. All I can say is this, man. Look, since I've been down here, uh, I've been really involved with Xavier University. My daughter talking to the young people. I work down in the French Quarter, so uh, I talk to the young folks. I try to give them good advice on like how to make their lives better and make smart decisions, stuff like that. And like I said, this goes for the Honduran kids I run into, the white kids I run into, the YCs. It's like the YCs go to school down here, and they elbow and elbow 'em with all the other kids. They like the Vietnamese kids. They all in the same trenches, man. These kids down here are different, man, and they're good kids and they're good people, man. But I do spend a lot of time talking to the old timers. The old timers is where the knowledge is at. You know what I'm saying? When I go over to Xavier, because that's in Carrollton over that area, the alerts don't know I'm talking about. And then you get a couple of cats come down from Holly Grove and they'll come over there and tell you about the old times. Well, they'll tell me because I'll spend time talking to them. Everybody else is scared. And I'll just roll right up to them and then just like, buy them a drink, whatever, and just share me a little story for like 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And gain some knowledge on the area, you know what I'm saying? So just like when I was over by Little Dizzy's the other day on the Esplanade, and and you're right, Alert Zone. It's Boudin. It ain't Boudin. It's Boudin. You know what I'm saying? It's not Boudin, right? For real though. Dr. T in the house. Okay. All right. Dr. T, okay, well, we got well dressed. Yes, sir. Well dressed. You are the most positive individual I've ever been around on GunTube for real, man. Man, I love you so much, man. You're such a good guy, and just positivity, and that's what I try to do: spread positivity, give it to the people, give it back. And I got a couple big things coming up this holiday. Right now, I'm not done. Everybody think I'm done, but not. No, I'm no more gun purchases. But gonna do some things for the people that've been watching. My problem is me and Alert Zone. We're not good at doing giveaways. Even New York Tactical, we're not high tech. We're just ordinary dudes do videos. So I want to figure out. I got to contact a couple of my guys and figure out how to do a 2A Ninja probably can help me out because that boy he's high tech and I can do it a little spin wheel for the giveaways and all that. I ain't got time for all that. I'm just gonna send it to 2A Ninja and have them set it up, and then let some of these high tech kids get my shit away. I'm gonna do some giveaways though before New Year's. But let me tell you right now about this thing right here. I'm very proud of this build. In case somebody's wondering, I'm not touching it. Uh, this thing is sick, man. It is so fun to shoot. I'm going to the range tomorrow. Only taking two guns. I'm taking this, and I'm taking my Glock 43X. That's it. And I'm gonna go shoot and have fun. I'm gonna do two quick little videos, little snippets, a little recap. That's it, and then shoot a whole bunch of rounds. I'm gonna shoot probably 200 through this, and then 200 through the 43X. 43X is already well over 600 rounds already. This is already over 1,500 rounds. I ain't even had these gunnies on. That's just show you how much I love shooting them, and that's why the 9 millimeter is here to stay. It's unfortunate. You can fight it all you want, but that round has evolutionized pistol manufacturing and shooting, EDC. Everybody wants a nine, but don't get it twisted. I think New York Tactical. You said this earlier. You said in your video, and I agree with you. You said only reason why people don't shoot 40 because of the ammo prices. Totally agree. If 45 ACP and 40 cal was the same price as 9 millimeter, you will see a whole lot more manufacturers and people buying 40 cal and 45 ACP for sure. There's no doubt about it. The only reason why people jumped on nine because it's most free states, whatever that means, they they're between $11 and $13 a box. You know what I'm saying? In the restricted states, from what I'm hearing in New York, them boys they charging $30 a box for 9 or 25s. Anybody in New York, Dr. T, Sidewalk, y'all want to speak on that? How much is a box of 9 millimeter? 115 grand going for it because in New Orleans, down here in the southeast Louisiana, you can grab it for as low as 9.99. Some places, in some places, 11.99. Academy at the maximum is 12.99. So 13 maybe. So from what I'm hearing, even in California, I can pull up a website that I used to go to my gun shop in California. They got Blazer 115 ring right now for 11.99. That's in San Diego. I'm telling you, man. Y'all think California is high shit. Not no ammo. It's just it's right in line with the rest of the country on the free states. Maybe not so much Arizona, because Arizona's high. And people will say, what? Damn, eyes near tackle. Arizona's high. Fuck yeah, Arizona's high. Nevada's high because they are free states. And Arizona butts up against California. So what they people do in Arizona, they jack their prices up because they know motherfuckers that can come from San Diego and drive right over to Yuma, go to the Sportsman Warehouse. They can be in San Diego at 9 a.m. and be in Yuma, Arizona at 12 p.m. and then load up with 1,000 rounds and drive right back to San Diego and be back on the beach surfing by 3 p.m. So that's why they know. Like the bordering cities in Arizona, they jack their prices up. You got to go deep into Arizona to get Arizona prices. Like you got to go into Scottsdale or Phoenix or Prescott. You ain't gonna get no cheap prices on a bordering side of California to Arizona. No sirree. Mm-mm. Their prices is gonna be higher. I was shocked because one time I went to Yuma and they had what was it? Lawman. Yeah, it was Lawman 9 millimeter, 124 grain. And the motherfuckers wanted like 21.99 a box. I was like, what? Shit, I was up in California. I was in San Diego that had the same motherfucking ammo. Lawman was but that was during COVID though. Yeah, that was during that's not the same. That's not the same though. Let me scratch that story. Anyway, 200 rounds of 115 9 millimeter, $45 at the gun show today. What? Well dressed? What gun show was you at? Let's see, 200 rounds. Let's see, 200 rounds for 45. So that comes down to see 50, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, about $11 a box. Yeah, was that with tax? Yeah, that's not bad. Yes, for the details. Not on Fed. Okay, yeah. Fort Myers gun show. Okay, yeah. So that's not bad because that's about $11 a box. My math, right? 200 rounds, $45. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, that's about $11 around. Yeah, tax free. Okay, tax free. So they were the key. Because that's where you get stung at. So, boy, let me tell you about Louisiana. Our taxes are high. That's how they get you here. I think the taxes, man, I'm telling you right now, look up the highest tax. Somebody on this feed, look up the highest tax, sales tax in the United States of America for cities or states. And I promise you, Louisiana is the highest sales tax in America right now. I think it's 10.75%. Please, somebody tell me that I'm wrong. I'm challenging you. Boy, the sales tax here is extremely high. Extremely. Texas Gun Show will have it at a price to okay, yeah, Texas, yeah, yeah, Mac 9. I just got today. Okay, you got the Mac 9. Okay. How you like it? Yeah, New York makes you do a background check for ammo. I go to PA. Yeah, California does a background check. California do a background check for everything. They doing everything for accessories, barrels, pistols, triggers. I mean, they doing everything on everything now, man. I mean, I that's crazy, and that's why I was telling y'all when I was out there. Anybody follow my channel when I was in California? I was buying everything because it was at the most convenient time at that time. People need to stop waiting and saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it. You better do it now. Even if you're in a free state, if you don't own a bunch of guns, you are fucking playing with fire because you don't know when that liberal legislation is going to come to your state. Like, there's some states that's going to always be red, but the area you live in could turn blue in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So you better like buy your shit now, man. Buy all the crazy, get your AKs and your ARs now. Get all that shit now because and sit on it. Like I'm not like I'm in the golden. I got a nice collection because I got all these Glocks and they all Gen 5s, couple of Gen 3s, and all I gotta do is just sit on it and give it to my kids and then watch when I'll be gone pushing up daisies. Them motherfuckers gonna have some money. Even if they don't want them, they gonna get a couple racks for them because they ain't nobody gonna have them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really in no rush, nigga. No Gen 6. No, sir, Bob. I'm not in no hurry to get no Gen 6. What I want is people to go buy them. See, I'm gonna be sneaky. I want everybody to go buy them and then come back and give me a report. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what the motherfuckers run, how they working. That's why I'm gonna watch Mr. Guns and Gear and Honest All Law. I'm watching Hickok. I'm watching Chris TV, GHG. Life with OB. I'm watching regular gun guy. I'm watching fat guy with gun. I'm watching all them boys because they gonna break it down. They gonna tell you if that motherfucker ain't running, and that's what I'm looking for. All them cats, and then I want all the guys that's gonna run hella different ammos, like just try to break the gun. Like I want people to try to break the gun, like break it, like you know what I'm saying. And they gonna try to break it. All these guys are gonna try to break this gun. And so I ain't. There's no hurry for us. Y'all should just calm down, pump the brakes. You know what I'm saying? Don't go running by that Gen 6 right now. Just sit back and wait. Let all these boys and girls summer shoots and all the big ones. Yoki, Yoki gonna have like all of them. She gonna probably have to do a whole Gen 6 line. Like I got the 45, the 19, and the 17. I'm gonna run 1,000 rounds through it and try to smoke these guns up. That's why I love about those people like that, man. I'm gonna watch my boy Trent, the Gun Huddicks. If y'all know about the Gun Huddicks, go to his channel. The Gun Huddicks, eh, he don't post no more. But if you want to go see some old classic fucking dope ass content, the Gun Huddicks, GUNNHUDDX. Man, that's my boy Trent. Trust me, that's my partner. And man, that dude can shoot his ass off. He rocks a Glock, a Gen 3. I think it's a Gen 3, no optic, no iron sight. I think it's all stock. I think he runs all stock. He runs a Glock Gen, a Glock 23 Gen 3, and a Glock 19 Gen 3 stock, and he will shoot anybody that I know off YouTube. Shoot the shit out. He will shoot you off the fucking map. Like not like shoot you, kill you, but like in any kind of competition, appendix draw, just speed, accuracy. The boy is bad. A lot of people who know who I'm talking about, the gun huddicks. But that's why all them accessories and stuff, I got all that shit on my gun because I like it. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me shoot it better. But you don't need none of this shit. You don't need no optic. You don't need no high sights. You don't need no fucking magwell, no stippling, no light. You don't need none of this shit if you really want to be a good shooter. I just like it because I'm an old guy. I'm a slash shooter collector, and I like my guns looking clean. And if it helps me shoot better and flatter, I'm fucking with it because I can afford it. But other than that, man, I don't give a fuck. And to be honest with you, none of this shit makes you a better shooter. And nobody talks about that shit. None of this shit makes you a better shooter. I still struggle shooting with this red dot and all that shit. I'm good at it. I've got better at it, but I shoot better with iron sights. I don't give a fuck. I'll tell the whole world that. I don't shoot better with no fucking optic. And for EDC, honestly, you don't even need a fucking optic because when you pull out, you just point and shoot anyway. You better be because the police gonna ask you why do you need that optic on there for if it's EDC? That's just for the police. So you better think about all this shit, man. Y'all running around here thinking y'all these tactical shooters and all that shit, man. I ain't no tactical shooter. I'll just light your ass up if you try to take something from me. That's it. Because I shoot way better off iron sights. Oh man, it ain't even close. And how I found that out was my Glock 34 Gen 3. It wasn't cut for an optic, so I never had one on it. And I just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna just shoot off irons. And I was just, man, I got really good at it. That long slide, man, it ain't nothing better than shooting off iron sights. I still think that's the most comfortable way for me to shoot because I'm old, so my eyes I don't really. I have to like work. I have to like let the dot drop and all that shit and it's like you just got to practice a lot. If I practice like for a week straight and then go to the range, I'll be fucking dead red. But if I don't practice and I got to go back to training again, but if iron sights, I can pick a gun up, boom, and bam, right there. You know, what I'm saying center mass. So that's why I'm really thinking about. Uh, Unfortunately, I'm thinking about tearing this gun apart and taking the optic off, and you know, just or just buying another possible gun just for just. I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I might just. I'm really conflicted with that shit. Like I think I shoot better. I don't think I need an optic for my EDC. I'm at that point in my life. I think it's it's more aesthetics and it looks good and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think I really needed an EDC. But when I go to the range, it's fun and it's like, yeah, okay, this is fun. But carrying around, going to the store and the mall and stuff like that, I don't know if I really need an optic though. It seems like a little bit overkill for me. 13, one I just subscribed to channel. Man, everybody subscribe. I love that shit. Everybody subscribe to people's channels. Man, because anybody tell me how many people watching this thing? I can't tell. I got my glasses on. And then also, man, is everybody hitting the like button? I mean, if you already watched it and you're in here, can you hit the like button to help the algorithm a little bit? Can anybody tell me how many people are watching this thing? Man, I gotta start having my readers on when I come to do these lives. My eyes focus is better with the factory site. I heard that. That's the same here, Dr. T. Oh, 15 are watching, Dr. T. Okay. What's that other number then? Is everybody hitting the like button? Oh, 20 likes. Okay. Oh, okay. Well dressed 15 people. Okay. It's like, man, if it fit, yeah, yeah. So that means it was 20 likes. That means 15 people, not five people aren't watching no more. So I need to pick up the content. No, 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 man. But but what I'm gonna do though, man, for real though, well dressed and Dr. T and whoever else is up in this motherfucker that know me, uh, we gonna do a kind of a white elephant thing. I'm gonna do a video and we do a white elephant challenge to gun tubers and viewers. It ain't gonna be separate, and but for the most part, it's gonna be gun tubers and because I got a couple packages I'm gonna send out to a couple of gun tubers, and I think we should all do a little white elephant Christmas thing, like send some stuff to each other. Nothing expensive, like like put a cap on it, like no more than like $30 or something like that, or $20, and then because the shipping and all that kind of stuff, and it can't be heavy, stuff like that. I thought that'd be cool. Because to be honest with you, this gun tube thing, man, I can see it being taken away. Honestly, uh, because they don't really need like hella. Is what I'm saying is like they want to restrict everything, and if they have a handful of gun tubers that make money for them or the actual companies, so you would have to become an affiliate for a company to probably last on GunTube. Because I know some inside information because Olight hollered at me and they gave me a couple of I can't say what they said, but yeah, this whole genre is moving toward like monetization and being an affiliate and a collaborator. And so if you're not going to be an affiliate or a collaborator or monetize, they I can see your channel not even like even being uploaded, eventually moving forward. If you already monetize right now, you probably cool, but then moving forward in a couple of years, I can see they taking your channels down for gun content because it's getting too hard for the I guess the people that they don't want to really deal with all the backlash. Like if you run a product on your channel and it's crazy, which is it's kind of double standard because when they allow some really uh, reckless content to come through, and they block positive content. So I don't know, man. It's getting really old and tired. So that's why I'm just trying to build friendships. Strap installed differently, right on my Glocks. I love gun too. I can talk about guns all day with people who understand my love for guns. Yeah, I'm the same way, Doctor T. But I'm just saying that the people who actually control the market, they want to make money and also stay safe. They don't. It's like okay, if I can, you know, it's just weird, man. Like it's really weird how they block a lot of good content Because like I said, you might want to go check right now if you subscribe to my channel. You'd be shocked. You'd be like, I ain't even subscribed, like because they take shit away. The military gets production priority. Absolutely. Matter of fact, this shit, like, the military, for the most part, if something breaks out, if you own a gun shop or a gun store, it becomes eminent domain for the federal government. They can take over your gun shop and take all your guns and ammo. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The federal government can do anything they want. The federal government. A lot of idiots don't even know the president of the United States only has one job, and that's the border. He doesn't even have to deal with economics and like that. It's absolutely crazy how ignorant people that don't even know politics and don't know the chain of command and who has the right and the authority to do this or do that. It's unbelievable. I'm watching this game. All these games are blowouts tonight, man. These damn. Salute eyes and ears. Okay, what's going on? Is this Destro? Destro 757. How you doing, brother? Just need to put the Glock 19X sights on all Glocks. Yeah, I totally agree. The Glock 19X sights was perfect. The blackouts, because if you're gonna run a dot, you don't need no color at all. Yeah, I like the blackout front, blackout rear. Yeah. What's crazy? Glock makes night sights, but they don't put them on their guns. But I ain't gonna lie, I like the way that Glock Gen 6 look. But I'm just saying, I don't really need it. Look at this gun right here. If anybody's looking at this gun right here, there is no way you're gonna tell me that I need to upgrade it to a Gen 6. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. Like the Gen 5s are just as good. They're yeah, they could have done a few things, but they're not that off, man. Come on, man. You can put handle grips on there if you want to. I took the fucking Talon grips off because the Magwell, this Floyd Customs Magwell right here, made it so much better and got my hand kind of squeezed in there so much better. I don't even need the Talon grips no more, and it looks better anyway without that Talon grip on there. Man, I'm cool, man. I don't need that shit. I'm just gonna wait and see. Like I said, I got a video up right now. If y'all go look at my channel, I got a video up. Like already gonna bring back all the old models. I want them to bring back the 40 cal because I'm cool on 9. John Cena's last match tonight in DC. Oh, okay. Well, he's still fighting? That motherfucker hella old, ain't he? How old is that motherfucker? Like 40 or some shit? Glock, get him. Stock Gen 6 has that beaver tail. Yeah, I saw that Destro, but I don't like that for EDC though. I don't mind it on the 17. So I mean, I guess I like the beaver tails on like the 34, the 35, uh yeah, the 45. It's not bad on the 45 either. But I don't like it on the 19 because I didn't put it on here because I don't like that poke out right there. Like it pokes out on the back. I don't like that when you conceal carry. I carry appendix. Now, if you carry a strong side, then it's irrelevant. The beaver tail is irrelevant, and that's why the 1911 people don't trip off of because a lot of people don't carry 1911 appendix. They carry strong side, eyes and ears. What's going on with Big Boy's Noise? Oh, Big Boy Noise, he cool, man. His son's a fighter. He got a second channel. Uh, his son's a boxer, and his son is man. His son is good. His son, Honey Hands. If you go on YouTube and punch up Honey Hands boxing, man, Honey Hand Jackson. I think his son's like what 17 or 18. That kid's like 6'3" or some shit like that. Man, that kid clean. Man, that kid's good, man. He's been really doing this, working with his son doing boxing, man. Yeah, Honey Hands is good. He sell merch and everything. He's a good little fighter. Yeah, we got a lot of cats out, man. Citizen to a citizen. He doing good. Uh, I talked to a lot of these cats, man. Offline. Like I said, well dressed. I was about to call you today. I got caught up barbecuing. You saw my short. I made some chicken wings today. Because I was going to ask you about some jerk chicken, and I was going to ask you what's that main ingredient in that thing. I couldn't remember what it was, but I forgot what it was. But it was something about some jerk chicken sauce or something like that. But yeah, man, it's definitely a new situation right here now. Like I said, I don't like all these ads they running on my channel and stuff like that, man. I thought they were gonna run like some really good clean ads. They running some weird shit, man. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm like, man, I don't like that too much, really. It's kind of bothering me a little bit. I know it sounds crazy, like you making money off running ads on your channel, but you don't like it. It's like, I don't know. I just that's just me though. I don't like all that little weird shit though, man. Well dressed, okay, yeah, buddy. But I tell you what though, this Glock 19 right here. This is I'm really happy with this setup right here. I'm very content. Like I said, it took time to get it to this point. It didn't come together like overnight, and that's what I would like to tell young people coming into guns. Just take, you want to build a nice firearm. Take your time. You might have to buy something and not like it, and then take it off, put something else back on, put this on, and then keep tinkering with it. And then once you get it, then you got it. Like I put the Overwatch Precision shoe on there. What I'm saying? That made a huge oh, no, I ain't got it yet. They come in the mail. I got one coming for the 19 too. But, on the 43X, I did that, and that was a huge improvement too. But yeah, Alert Zone, you still here? Where's the Alert Zone at? Just let you know, Alert Zone, if you still here, Edna Carr won the, Division One Class A, high school football championship. They beat the shit out of St. Augustine. Do they have a kit that convert Glock 21 to 50 cal? I don't know about that. No, I don't think Glock ever did a 50 cal. I think the Glock 21 only goes down. They convert down to the 10 mil. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, man. I thank you, man. I think it's beautiful with the ramjet and the sights. This is a nice setup, man. Like I said, it took me a minute to get this all where it's at right now, and I think that's what's the part of what I'm talking about is people want to buy guns and they want them perfectly. But what I like about a Glock, it leaves the whole fucking door wide open for you to build it how you want to build it. When you get everything already put on the gun, there's not a lot of movement because you don't have aftermarket support. You know what I'm saying? But when you buy a Glock, they don't do too much to it. But then they have all the companies out there that would allow you to transform it to how you would like it to actually be. And so that's why I think now I got this Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS dialed in real good, real solid. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, but more importantly, when I shoot the gun, I shoot this the best, other than my Glock 19X and my Glock 34. I shoot those really good too. But this motherfucker right here, though, I can ping with this right here, and that's more important. Is accuracy. What's the fascination with guns? Uh, see, I'm thinking about just getting a plain Gen 5 over a Gen 6. Eh, I mean, a plain Gen 5 ain't no plain Gen 5. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you can get a Gen 6 and you don't have one, you still probably want to wait. You just don't want to run out and get it right now. I'm not even promoting the sale of any guns. First of all, YouTube, I'm saying that you if it, let's just say let's just put it this way. I want to get a Gen 6. I'm still not going to buy it in 2026. I'm gonna wait till probably like 2027. Let it get out there for a year. Then that way you have to get that batch out. Let that batch run, and then jump into it and find out what's going on. I'm not saying I'm not don't want to get a Gen 6, but what I'm saying, I'm waiting to see what they gonna do. Are they gonna put out a 40 cal? Are they gonna put a 45 ACP? Because they're only gonna put nines out. I'm not getting any unless they put like a 26 or 26L, like a 19 slide with a 26 grip. Yeah, but if they do something innovative like that, yeah. But if they're gonna just give me a 45, a Glock 45, a Glock 19, a Glock 17, I'm cool because I already got that in a Gen 5 format. So I'm cool. I don't need to move on with the Gen 6s. But if they're gonna do something with the 40 cals, I'm all in. Because I would love a Glock 30 Uh, a Glock 23, that'll be sweet. If they did a Glock 34 9 mil, that would be sweet, but I probably still wouldn't get it because I don't need it. Man, I can't think of too much they can do. They have to go up to other calibers for me in different sizes. Like they did like a compact Glock, the micro compacts and subcompact 23, 40 cal and stuff like that. Yeah, but 9 millimeter. They already kind of, to me, they hit it out the park already with the Gen 5s. They did a great job with these models, man. For real. I will wait for the FD. Well, well dressed. You know what I'm saying? Well dressed. You got a couple coconuts laying around. You can just go ahead and Cerakote you want. You know what I'm saying? Just Cerakote you want, and then you ain't gotta wait. Yeah, you can just Cerakote you one. New York Tactical too. Y'all ain't gotta wait. Y'all like the Cerakote, so you can just Cerakote. Who cares? I don't like Cerakote, but when you do Cerakote, make sure you tell your company don't Cerakote the inside of your slide. Uh, when you Cerakote, you don't want them to Cerakote the inside of your slide, just the outside. So, because if not, it's gonna cause malfunctions until that paint wears off. But yeah, man, this is a dope setup right here, man. I was dry firing with this with my snap caps and my. I was just at a wall, just like I was like, man, this thing feels so good in the hand. And like I said, with that new Floyd Customs Magwell, it locks my hand in perfect up in there. Just like, man, it's like so perfect. So I'm already happy with this one right here. We're gonna rock with that. And then, like I said, if y'all ain't got these Ramjets, like I said, I got all three of them now. And I will say this without a doubt, it makes the Glock 43X a completely different gun. It's 100% better gun on a 43X, the Ramjet. On the 19, I would say it's if you're a good shooter, it makes no difference. If you're a bad shooter, it makes 100% better. And if you are an intermediate shooter with good accuracy, it makes you probably 80% better. But for the most part, the Glock 19 is already perfectly balanced. And so if you can shoot, it doesn't do that much of a difference. But as far as when it comes to keeping the gun flat, it's they say 44%. I think it's more like 56% flatter with, without the ramjet. Like like the muzzle rise like this. Without the ramjet on the 19, it's like this. And then with the ramjet, it's like this. It's kind of like this. And then without it, it's like this. So it's a little more than 44% what they advertise it. And they were smart by not over advertising it. But if you ever shot one, you'd be like, oh, okay, wait a minute. And the 43X is ridiculous. Without the ramjet and the 43X is like this. And then with it is like this. I mean, it's well over 60% less muzzle rise on the with a strong you know grip. On the 40s rate, it's ridiculously. It's in the high 60%. Like, I mean, I'm serious. It's like this normally with the 43X. And then with the Ramjet, it's like, I mean, that thing it chops it down by more than half. I mean, on the 17 is the only one I can't tell. Because the 17, the 47, when I have it with the full size grip and the 17 slide, which is a 17, it's like the 17 already stays flat. And then with the Ramjet, it's like, is it a little bit more? It's more like the 44% on the 17. So I don't think it makes that big of a difference on the 17, in my personal opinion. On the longer slide guns, I don't think it really still mitigates it, but it don't. It's nothing like on the shorter one. It gets busy on the shorter barrels. So keep that in mind. So if you got a Glock 17, you're looking to get a Ramjet. I don't know if you may not really need it because if you can always just go buy the 34 and then you still got a flat firearm because the 34 doesn't rise at all. So I would that would if any ramjet I would probably would like not have bought it would have been a Glock 17 ramjet. I don't think it makes that big of a difference, but it makes a difference. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But on that 43X, that, man, if you got a 43X, you better get a ramjet because it turns it into a Glock 19, and then the Glock 19 turns it into a Glock 17, but the Glock 17 turns it into a 34, and I think that's where it doesn't give you the bang for the buck for that price point because the Glock 34 already shoots flat. So why you need a ramjet unless you just want to shoot faster, and that's the whole point of it. Damn, y'all still subscribe to each other? A Glock PCC would be interesting. Oh, a Glock PCC, yeah, that would be works amazing on a 19 or a 45. Yeah, well, 45 is a 19, correct? Because I mean, a 45 is basically a 19 barrel, so you're saying the same thing. The only thing you're saying is that the grip angle is going to be a 17 grip. So I think people when they start saying that, like a 19 and a 45, what are you talking about? It's the same thing. It's basically a 19 slide, and that's what I'm saying. This slide right here. When Glock put this 19 slide out, they knocked it out the park. I mean, they completely knocked it out the park. This is still to me, and there's a lot of great guns. I mean, nothing really beats a Glock 19. I mean, just me. If you want to get into little cosmetic features, sure, go ahead, have it. You win. But when you talking about like the balance of this fucking gun, it's ridiculous. And then when you put a 17 grip on it, now it's even more ridiculous, which is why the 45 is so popular. You know what I'm saying? But the 45 grip to me with a 19 slide, yeah, it's definitely not, a great gun. But I'll take this all day over a 45. Give me this right here because of shorter grip. That's the only reason why. Because I like being concealed. You said for the price for a ramjet, you can buy a high point. Shit, for the price of a ramjet, you can buy two high points. So you can buy a Maverick 88 and a high point. Hell yeah. But I think the Ramjets are going down in price. If somebody want to go check Radian right now, Radian lowered their prices because they're gonna have to manufacture a whole line of Ramjets for the Gen 6. That's what I heard because the way they did some little weird thing in the front of the slide that because if anybody has Gen 5 Glocks pistols, they'll know that they beveled the front of it, kind of like made it kind of like it's not square like the Gen 3s, and the Ramjet basically was built around that. So the tip of the slide on the Gen 6 is not quite the same as the Gen 5s. So what I heard, Radiant got screwed on that. So what they're going to have to do is go back to the drawing board and build a whole Ramjet around the Gen 6 models, and they're going to do it. You can best believe they're going to do it. Oh, go hard tactics. Any thoughts on people saying by having a couple or ports or carry guns look bad if you use it in self defense? I don't know about ports and all that stuff. I think when it comes to now hold on, let me make this clear. This is my personal opinion. This is not professional. This is not intelligence from law enforcement or any agency. This is a dumb dude that don't know anything about guns or the law. I don't think any of that really matters. I think all that shit is hype and media. I think what matters is if it's a justifiable shoot. And if it's a justifiable shoot, but damn it, it doesn't matter what gun and how you have an optic on it, or ports, or a mag well, or a ramjet. None of that's going to play any role. If it's a justifiable shoot and you are actually 100% right in you defending your life with imminent threat, not protected, no inside the gun rights of the states that you are in. I don't think any of that matters. I think a lot of that stuff comes up when people are actually in violation, when they're not inside of the state laws. You know what I'm saying? I live in Louisiana. We have castle doctrine. So in my house, if someone breaks in my house, they do not have to have a firearm. However, I cannot shoot them in the back, meaning they are retreating. That's so a lot of people think I live in a free state. I can just kill a motherfucker, whatever. I can just blast them. Yeah, okay, go ahead and blast them. You better check your state rights because home defense is different from and public carry. So now if I'm in the state of Louisiana in public, my car is considered my home. So I like that. So if someone comes up to my window waving a gun, pressing it to my window, I can shoot them through my glass in my car in my window, defend my life. Okay. Uh, that's a law in San Diego, California. Your car is your home in San Diego because you can actually dwell in your car in San Diego. So you have to live in San Diego County to have that law apply. That law don't apply in other counties. It applies in Los Angeles County, San Diego County, and San Francisco County. But the rest of the state says no, you can't defend your life in your car in the state of California. So you would have to know your state and parish in Louisiana and county laws. But fortunately, in Louisiana, it's all state law, no matter what parish you're in. So it's all federally ran. So that's where that knowledge kicks in at, man. You got to know your state laws and your county or whatever you live in. It don't matter where everybody else live in. And that's where GunTube is so great at because people live in different parts of the world and the country and the states and they share their laws and what you can and can't do. However, this shit is all over the fucking internet everywhere. But sometimes people just want to hear from people that actually live there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, in Louisiana, we can't protect property though. In Louisiana, some states allow you to protect property. So that means if I'm in my house and I see somebody breaking in my car, cracking the window and stealing it, if I run out my door and shoot them, I'm going to jail. Okay, so because you don't have the right to protect property, you can't. It has to be imminent threat for your life. But some states allow you to protect property. Like for example, there's certain states where if your garage is attached to your home, it's considered your part of your home. So if a goon is in your garage, you can blast them, right? But in certain states, if your garage is detached from your home and the goons in your garage and you see them, you don't have the same rights to defend your property with imminent with lethal firepower. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know all this stuff, man. Like detached garage, property versus life, imminent threat versus verbal threat. I mean, he charged at me with a wiffle ball bat, a plastic wiffle ball bat, and I shot him with a 45 ACP. You going to jail? A plastic wiffle ball bat is not an imminent threat. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm going to take one. People are starting to take less than lethal courses. I want to take a mace course and I want to buy a taser. And because I think sometimes in situations, if you know the motherfucker ain't really got a gun and he running all up on you, you can spray the shit out of his ass. That motherfucker be like, ah, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes mace could actually get you out of a situation without actually, and you can jump in your car, you get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So so you ain't got to just blast a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or you have a taser, like you going grocery shopping and somebody rush up on you, like zap his ass, like one of those ones that shock the shit out of his ass with 5,000 volts. Get them up off you. You know what I'm saying? So less than lethal can still work. You just got to be realistic. In your home, no, we need lethal. In your home, we need lethal. Home invasions, we need lethal. But public, we probably can get up out of there with less than lethal. It depends. I'll keep a trigger stock on my carry guns. Yeah, shit, I would too. I got trigger stock on my. I'm just the shoe is what I replace well dressed. I don't. I'm gonna replace the shoe, not the trigger. That no no no. I'm never gonna replace my Glock triggers. No, I don't do all that. Yeah, facts. What's that? David Pascola. Yeah, man, for sure, man. Sometimes you got to use less than lethal if you because remember these DAs, these district attorneys, and all these motherfuckers, man, they trying to lock your ass up, man. They really don't have your best interest because they just trying to make money and build their careers too. So if they can pick up a case and send a message, I don't know if y'all heard the cat the last escapee from the New Orleans Parish jail system, Derrick Groves. I mean, I don't know if y'all know the whole story behind it, man. You know, NOPD, Lynn Davis, they murdered his grandmother back in the day, like in the 80s, or was it late 90s? It was in one of those eras. It was in Alert Zone, still here. He could tell you about Derek Groves because he was here, I think. But yeah, they murdered his grandmother, gunned her down, literally murdered her. So he he always had a bad attitude toward NOPD and everything. That's neither here or there, you know. But my point is that they caught him in Atlanta and whatever. The girl snitched him out, whatever. But he got sentenced today, man. The other day, man, they gave that boy a double life sentence and plus 100. So think about it: 2 life sentences plus 100. So when judges do that, they putting that time on you to send a message to the next person that thinking they gonna do whatever they gonna do. But on the person they putting it on, if you think about it, he's got to go to Angola, which is a work farm, a work. Shout out to the Alert Zone. He did a video on this. Angola is one of the largest federal penitentiaries in America, and it's all farmland. So you work every day there. You work from sun up to sundown. It's still slave labor because remember the penitentiary system was built off slave labor. In the books, it says that inmates can be used for labor without taxation and without pay. So when you go to Angola and all these federal prisons across America, some would just let you sit in the cell and watch ESPN and eat cup of noodles all day. Well, I can tell you right now, Angola that ain't happening. As soon as the sun wake up, when the rooster crow, your ass is being marched to a bus, motherfucker. They might give you a cup of grits and a piece of sausage, and your ass, that's all you getting all day until damn near fucking 3 p.m. when you arrive to those farms at damn near fucking 5 o'clock, 5:45 in the morning. So these motherfuckers work every single day. So this motherfucker gonna work for the state of Louisiana for the rest of his fucking life, unless he can figure out how to escape again. Now he's been known to be an escape artist, so we gonna see if he really got some good skills because of what the sentence he got, 2 life sentence plus 100 years. No, you done. You cooked. That's some self deletion sentence time right there. That can make a motherfucker want to self delete himself. 2 life sentences and 100. Come on, man. That's heavy weight right there. That's gonna be hard to live that down mentally. And then you got to work every day for these motherfuckers and work they farms. Man, yeah. Well, that's the price you pay when you do some shit, right? But that was definitely a message sent right there. Two double life sentence plus 100 years. Man, come on, man. That's nasty work right there. They made that boy think about what like look, you think you're gonna get out this time, and he's gonna be heavily watched. I don't even know if he's gonna get work detail because they might look at him as like a high risk, like this motherfucker too slick. They might just have to lock him, but you know what I'm saying? They might they he may not even get work duty, which is from what I hear is better than being locked up in Angola because that's just so nasty and fucking just nasty that you'd rather be out in the fields working with fresh air, even though they got these motherfuckers working all throughout the year in 130 degree, 120 degree, 115-degree temperatures with 90% humidity, sweating their ass off. And they saying that that's better than being inside the farm at the prison. I'm like, that's an ugly prison right there. When you would rather work in those conditions than sit in your cell because it ain't no AC in Angola. By the way, there's another prison in Maricopa County, Arizona. There's a sheriff down there. That boy, he built. It's called Tent City. He built a whole prison in the desert, in the Arizona desert. Man, let me tell you, that cats say they don't even in Arizona they don't classify you. And for all you people who don't know what that means, if you do a violent crime in Arizona or you get a felony charge, uh, yeah, they don't classify you. That means like if you're Aryan Brotherhood or you a BGF or you a disciple or a vice lord or whatever gang banger unit you in, AYB, lowriders, Nazi lowrider, or you a rapist or you a killer or RS or sexual assaulter or a deleter of people, they stick you. You can have a DUI or whatever. They'll stick you right in the cell. The motherfucker that's killed 3 people and ate they body. You know what I'm saying? They don't do no classification, and that's why a lot of prisoners kill each other in Arizona. Look it up. Don't believe me. There's a lot of prison deletions because they don't classify. California classifies you, so black prisoners don't celly with white prisoners, and Crip game bangers don't celly with blood game bangers, and they classify you. Once they find out what you are, they look at all your tattoos and break you down and do a gang profile on you, and Hell's Angels and all that kind of the biker gangs. They'll put you with your people in California CDC, but Arizona don't classify at all. They'll take a seven-time child sexual assayer and stick him in the cell with a person that got pulled over for a DUI. Isn't that crazy? So, I suggest when you go to Arizona, don't break the law, because if you go to jail, you don't know who you're gonna be selling it with. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter. They just put anybody, whatever you got to go, that's where you're gonna go. Yeah, privatization of prisons. Yes, sir. Oh, Osama bin Laden. What's up, Osama? Yeah, I saw you was talking about. Yeah, you was talking about those suppressors, man. Man, hit the like button when y'all come up in here, man. Can y'all hit the like button and subscribe, man? Make sure make sure you still subscribe, because YouTube don't, they be taking shit away, man. Just letting you know. You may not even be subscribed. You might be in this live feed and you ain't even subscribed to this channel. Or you just jumped in, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But yeah, Osama, man, I'm gonna jump in the suppressor game. And also, Osama, I'm gonna be working with my 308, my bolt action rifle in 2026. I'm gonna move away from the pistols a little bit, and then started working on long range shooting with my rifles, working with my suppressors and things of that nature. I'm not going to move completely away from my pistols, because it's part of my EDC setup. But I'm going to be working with my 308 bolt action, and I'm going to be working with my suppressed 11 and a half and my 300 blackout. I'm going to be training with my 300 blackout, getting familiar with that, so I can move it over to home defense. And then, and to be honest with you, I'm going to be working with my 22 LR Glock 21 suppressed. I really want to move my Glock 22 LR into a travel gun, a backup travel gun, like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain situations where I can pop that thing off with the suppressor, and it doesn't hurt my ears. First of all, uh, if I have to use it to defend my life in a safe situation, it's not a big loss. Uh, it can be a loss, but that whole thing that you can't get your stuff back, that's not true. I ain't gonna get into detail, but I know a person that just went through a shooting, and he got his gun back in like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, and the only reason why it took so long, because I think he said when it happened, like right before Thanksgiving, and it was a justifiable shoot, home invasion. And I know a person, if I can't do a video on it, I can't say his name, but yeah, he had to defend his family, and in his state, they don't have to have the intruder doesn't have to have a gun either. Louisiana, if you break into somebody's home or you bust in somebody's car and they're in the car, you don't have to have a gun. They can still delete you without a firearm, as long as it's on the front side. So I like that law where the intruder does not have to have a firearm, because in California, boy, man, you need a lot of things to line up if somebody breaks in your house. Because these DAs, they just trying to get you. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Be ready in your home. That's your best. That's your best bet. That's probably where it's gonna happen. A lot of people worry about, like, people are gonna just take them down at the Dairy Queen. Man, ain't nobody fucking with you at the Dairy Queen. They gonna get you at your house. So your house, you have to be fortified and have a system. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't got a system in your home, uh, sometimes it's safer out of your house. To be honest with you, as long as you ain't in areas that are high crime riddle, riddled with crime and all that kind of stuff. But man, these guys nowadays, man, these criminal, this is what you got to remember. These cats are coming from areas that are lawless. Okay, they're lawless. They don't care about human life. They don't care about property, your property, my property. My property, your property, his property, her property. They don't care about this. And then the women, y'all can forget about it. They don't even look at y'all as people. They would just throw you around like a rag dog in a minute, and they'll do the same thing to the guys. And then you got. I mean, I don't want to get my. I want this to get monetized, but I'm just saying you have criminal syndicates now are taking people's organs, taking their anatomy, liver, kidney, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So you might be abducted, but you might be thinking, I'm about to get SA'd, I'm about to get R'd. Nope, we're about to take your kidney. You know what I'm saying? Then dump your ass in the alley. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy when you think about that. So nowadays, it's a whole different level of criminality now. You got crime syndicates. People putting hits out like, I need a kidney, I give you 30 million because my wife's about to pass, and some drug lord, his wife about to pass, and she gets a kidney, he'll pay up to $30 million. And these drug lords, $30 million is like $300 to us. Well, to me, I don't know what y'all bank account looks like. It might be 3,000 for you, but for me, it's about that's like $300. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? And they'll pay 30 million to go get somebody to snatch a kidney out of a human body. That's crazy when you really think about that. And then if you talk to somebody who don't believe in all this stuff, they'd be like, "Man, you crazy, bro. You talking crazy. You a conspiracy theorist. Man, you got some wild ass thoughts." And like, no, no, I don't. No, this is how it really goes down. People don't realize this. A lot of the criminal underworld runs the world. Uh, Just call them what it is. And then you got people who work for like federal agencies, three-letter acronyms, and they go into it young and like a greenhorn, so to speak, on a crab fisherman boat, and they think that they're gonna change the world. And when they get in there like 6, 7 months deep, they realize like this shit is all fucking corrupt. Yep, sure is. So that's where we're at, man, worldwide. And it ain't just America. Americans are very hard on Americans. They're like we the only motherfuckers that's under the gun. Everybody's under the gun. Man, these criminals is running this shit right now, blood. They running it. The criminals got the upper hand by far. In my personal opinion, they got the huge upper hand on society and on politics and economics, goods, uh, distribution of truckers. Truckers, truckers get killed all the time. Excuse my. Oh, damn. Sorry, YouTube. They get deleted all the time, taken out by crime syndicates. I mean, it's scary, bro. It's scary times right now. And now you got Trump over here hijacking Venezuelan oil tankers and stuff like that. Man, they've been doing that shit for a long ass time. He ain't the first one to do it, but it just now he just openly just saying he doing it, like, But for the most part, no, I'm, I'm old enough to know that this is not new. It's not new at all. It's an old format, you know and all it does is create new enemies and younger kids to not like U.S. American citizens. You know what I'm saying? So now they all here. So if they start hopping over your fence 10, 20, 30, 40 deep, might want to have a couple of these laying around and some shit bigger than this. Deep shit all day. Yeah. Everyone trying to cash in. You got that right. Yeah, I can't wait to link it with you, brother. Oh yeah, we gonna definitely link up. Peace out, everybody. Got to get up early and driving them. Yeah, be safe out there. Go hard tactics. I appreciate you dropping in, man. And like I said, be safe out there. Stay strapped, man. Watch your back. You always do, though. Shit, man. I'm just chilling in the backyard, man. It's still kind of early for me right now. 9:20. Okay, go hard. Yeah, yeah. But well dressed, man. We gonna put that little we're gonna do a little meetup thing. You know what I'm saying? And we still gonna work on it next year, 2026. It's gonna be a good year, man. But I just like I said, I'm cool, man. I'm just gonna try to like get my suppressors in and start training on that. Like really like just dialing in everything a little bit more. Don't need that many. Don't need no pistols no more. Don't need a lot of stuff. Still gonna make content. I mean, content. This is easy, man. Like making content is easy to me. I don't struggle with this shit. But like I said, I watch a lot of guys, man. Like I like Osama been smoking, man. Like I like watching your quick fires and stuff like that. But I do worry about the kids though, the young kids. I wish the young people really would embrace America culture, American being American. But like I said, find what you like inside of this country if you're an American kid and go with that. Make don't follow something by someone's forcing something down your throat. Like if you like sports or you like music or you like the military, you like whatever you like go ahead and chase that and hopefully if somebody supports you on that. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I like about this country is how the kids, uh, the babies and stuff, like you know what I'm saying? And that's why I think a lot of us when we see these horrific crimes and there's children involved, it makes us want to just go take out a whole bunch of bad people. You know what I'm saying? So what we got to do is we got to band together and protect the babies because that really is the future is the babies. I don't. That's the way I look at it. I don't know the young kids. I love babies and young kids. When I'm in the general public, I see little kids and stuff like that. I go up to the parents and go like, "Oh, yeah, beautiful Fanny, God bless you," and then get them a couple of dollars and say, "Buy her a ice cream." You know what I'm saying? And people and parents love that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I like I like to like acknowledge young couples with babies. You know what I'm saying? I actually promote the concept of marriage, uh, man and woman having children. Uh, I'm not saying if you gay or all that stuff. I ain't saying I hate you and I don't like you. So anybody watching this, if you don't have children or you're in the L plus community, I'm not bashing you. I'm just saying that I like family, children, religion, and I think it's a cool thing. And whatever religion you is, I don't care. You know, I don't care what you pray to. Shit, as long as you pray to something, because I don't want to be fucking with nobody that ain't don't believe in nothing. Shit, that's a motherfucker that might be on the limb right there. You got to believe in something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to believe in something. Shit, man. But I like people who like the concept of marriage. Like one woman, like I've been married what 20. That's a damn shame. I got to think about 23 years, and I like it. It ain't no work for me. You know, I would never even imagine my life without my wife. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. People that like, oh fuck that shit, man. I ain't married, never gonna get married. I ain't never. See, I don't like that. Like because we don't need a whole bunch of single people running around. Because if you got a whole bunch of single people, that means the devil's at work, and then the devil can just start making people do things that they wouldn't normally do. But if you got a family and you got a little daughter and a son or whatever, you ain't gonna have that same concept. Trust me, man. And if you don't change, then you know you was a bad selection as a parent. You should want to do right if you got a wife and a child. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you can be whatever you want. You can. Yeah, I don't give a shit if two women want to marry, and or two men want to marry. But once we start pushing all that other stuff in there, two men with a baby, adopting a child, all that kind of stuff, and making that shit it's kind of normal. I had to check out a little bit on that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna touch that too much more because that might get my channel banned. But you know, but that's all I got to say on that though. But yeah, man, I'm watching this little LA. They got the LA boys SoFi. Let me tell you right now, that's that stadium in LA, the SoFi Stadium. That's a badass stadium right there. I rather spend money on myself than a family. Man, I ain't mad at you on some shit. I heard that. I ain't, that's why I said, see, look, that's why I said, if you don't want a family, I'm not mad at you. What I'm saying is that at least be a good person. What I'm saying is don't be anti-family. Don't be anti the theory of marriage. There's a lot of people that like are knocking down like a young couple, you know, trying to just make a family. And oh, you don't want to get married. You have to get a mortgage, and then you guys are still in college. You got to pay the student loans back. So what? Why would you tell them they can't make it? Why would you tell them that they can't do that? Oh, you're in law school. Those student loans are incredibly high. Yeah, and if I pass the bar exam and I graduate, uh, I can be making a pretty good money and I can pay minimum payments and we can put down for a mortgage and I can get a good job at a firm. See, they don't tell you the other half of it. They just tell you about the pricing of everything. Of course, shit is expensive. Duh. Yeah. But it doesn't mean you can't pull it off. What the fuck, man? I don't like people that be discouraging heterosexual couples to build a family and have children and stuff like that. Fuck that, man. And I know it's a lot of people that are hoochies and sluts and hoes and all that stuff and dudes that just slanging it. They know making all these babies. I know all that. I'm speaking to the people who are know they're in love and know that this is my significant other. I know that this is a person I want to spend life. I'm talking to those people. Go for it. Go for it. Push it forward. Make it happen. Manifest it, as they say. Yeah. Said I'm gonna adopt or something. Well, yeah, adopt. That's fine. Well, make sure you adopt young because you get one of those little 15-year-olds that's off the hook already damaged goods. Because there's some kids that in the adoption agency are not they gonna be tough ones to handle. I'm not saying don't adopt them, but don't think that you just getting a kid that ain't got some issues. Adoption is tough. That shit ain't that's a rough road. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not discouraging you, but I'm saying make sure that you are up for the challenge. Headstrong is the key. Yeah, yeah, headstrong is definitely the key. But at the end of the day, man, we need to get back into the foundation of marriage and family. And you know, if you got to move out to an area in the woods and build you a house and teach your kids how to fish and hunt and plant a garden and start from scratch and homeschool. I don't know why people are so anti. I mean, I didn't homeschool my kids, but I'm just saying, homeschooling ain't bad. But if here's my thing with homeschool, if your ass is dumb and you know you dumb, I'm looking right at the camera. If you are not a smart person and you know this and you're watching this, don't be trying to homeschool your kids. If you can't read and write a sentence structurally correct, please do not homeschool your kids. Don't be buying into that shit like I'm just gonna homeschool my baby, and that I don't need them going to no school. I'm gonna teach my kids and all that. No, 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 no. Wait a minute. If your dumb ass never did nothing intellectually at all sound, and you know if your ass was not intellectually sound, don't don't put it on me. You if you know you a dumb motherfucker and you got some kids that's got a chance, man, put them in a good school. Go find a if you got to travel across town 1 hour to get them in a good school to get away from your dumb ass, then go put them in that school and pay for the tutoring if they need it or the band class or the volleyball class. Don't walk your kids down the same fucking road that you walk down. Because clearly, if your ass is below, if you are, let's put it this way, if your ass is plus 30 years of age and you are on an eighth grade reading level, you are not a qualified person for homeschooling. Okay, so let's make that clear. Let me make that clear. If you read on fuck what age you are, if you got kids and you read on an eighth grade level, so that means if you 18, let's start with 18. If you 18 and you have children and you read on the eighth grade level, you are not a qualified candidate for homeschooling. Okay, you should. The only people that should be homeschooling is people that are, first of all, fundamentally sound, economically sound, educationally sound, but they actually have money to come bring in backup units, backup teachers, and stuff that can fill the gaps if they fall off. So don't be doing that at all. No, the school system, they don't teach their kids how to they don't teach them how to write. Hell no. They most of the school system, they just passing you along. Really, to be honest with you, I don't know if you know this, but most of the public school systems, they only care about your kid until the bell rings. The first bell, reason why they care about your kid's attendance because they get paid by the state public school system. And I think in California, what was it? Man, I can't remember, but I think it was like $5 per kid or something like that. The state get. And then, once the bell ring, they mark their attendance, and the state records how many kids was there for the first period bell ring, and then they get that money, and then after that, you have to prove why you weren't there, and then the reason why they ask you for like a doctor's note and all that kind of stuff because if you can say that your kid was sick and prove the doctors, they get credited for that. I don't know if anybody know that, but that's a fact. I don't know if that's the rest of the country, but I know in California that's how that shit works. It's I believe it's $5 a kid the state per kid they get per kid for public school, and then the public school lunch system in California. I can't speak for the rest of the country. At one point, the public free lunch was what was it, $2.47 per kid, and the prison system, like San Quentin and all the state CDC system, was $2.90 per prisoner. Think about that. The state gave more money for per meal for inmates more than they gave for kids in the public school system. Man, make that shit make sense. So that means motherfuckers in prison were getting better food than the public school kids. That's a damn shame right there. And that's why we don't need parents making babies that can't read and write. If you can't read and write, just keep getting high and doing your thing. Don't make no babies because we don't need no more of these people being born no more. The learning starts at home. Fuck yeah, it starts at home. But I mean, like I said, if you can't read and write, that's fine. Go find somebody who can read and write and teach your kid. But don't do that homeschooling shit. Don't fall into that little uh, middle class suburbia, you know, tech family who both parents graduated from Stanford University or both went to MIT, and one of them wants to stay at home and take care of the baby, and the other one wants to keep doing software engineering for Hewlett Packard. You ain't that person. You know what I'm saying? No, they can do that because the mama got to graduate, got her BA from Syracuse and her master's from MIT, but she's choosing to stay home. Your dumb ass is on an eighth grade reading level, and you 41. So you had all that time to get to a 12th grade reading level, and you still ain't there. But now you want to homeschool. Man, stop. Man, these people are crazy nowadays. Absolutely nuts. So that's what I say, man. Education is the key. Teach your kids to be better, man. Don't be out there selling falsehoods and stuff. And that's why I'm mad about these ads on my YouTube channel. I don't want that kind of representation on my channel, man. So I don't know about this little monetization thing. If I actually sent a little thing, a little email to YouTube. They responded back too. I was like, man, I don't like these ads. And they said, okay, we don't, we'll have a, what did he say? We'll have a, was it affiliate or somebody from the YouTube studio? They was like, yeah, we're gonna have someone reach out to you and see if we can cater to content that fits more. I was like, yeah, okay, that's all I'm asking. I'm not mad. I want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want these little roll pills. You know, erectional dysfunctional shit. Man, I'm cool, bro. I don't need none of that shit on my page. And the little video game where they you can build your own prison and shit like that, man. I'm way cool on stuff like that. I don't have nothing to do with no prison building. It's just, I don't want to be none of that shit, man. I don't have nothing to do with that stuff. Lot to do with the legal dropout age is 16 in New York. Hell yeah, you can drop out anytime you want. Dumb us down. Problem. Yeah. No, yeah. You can drop out. You can emancipate yourself. I think in pretty much in California at 16. I think all that shit, man. That's all involved with sex trafficking and man, it's a dirty game, man. It's a lot of evil people want they get their hands on the kids and they can just make money off them for years. They don't want they can't make money on old people, man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. They want the babies, man. That's why I say if you have kids, you know, to watch your kids, especially if you got small kids, watch them, protect them, teach them the right way. But I don't know. This is whack to me, to be honest with you. I mean, how many we got up in here, Doctor T? Can y'all hit the like button? What's going on? Man, we got 18 up in here. Damn, that's it. Y'all still up in here. I love this, man. Saturday night. So, hey, let me ask you, switching subjects real quick. What y'all think about now I didn't really want to touch upon this, but what do y'all think about that Michigan coach getting fired for infidelity? Do you? I mean, I'm just asking. Do you think? 37 likes. Okay. Do you think people should get fired for infidelity or policy? Because I think if you have a sexual relationship with someone and it's a policy violation, I think it's justified. But if it's not in your policy that you can't fraternize with other people on the staff, I don't think you should get fired for it. What do you guys think about that? Because I think it's policy. I think the coaches can't have relationships with the staffers. But from what I understand, back in the day, in the late '70s and the '80s and the early '80s, like the NFL had a rule with the players couldn't date the cheerleaders. But we all found out later on that almost 30% of the motherfuckers was marrying all the cheerleaders, like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Like a lot of them married the fucking Cowboy players. So, so that means that the league knew about it. Like, so I know for a fact in the NCAA you can't really date the staffers. I thought he was stalking her. Oh, was that what it was? I thought he actually was had a relationship with her. Maybe did I miss something? I thought they actually did the thing. Is that not true, Dr. T? Or he only was stalking her? Because I saw the picture of her. I'm not clowning, but she didn't look stalkable. I'm not saying that there's a look for stalking, like ooh, you're a stalkable person. I'm not saying that, but she did not look that stalkable. So I just go to show these cats are clowning. They are clowns. They chasing the wrong shit. I heard both. Yeah, okay. No, shouldn't have messed with that broad to begin with. They hired her and had her at a stupid rate. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of it be setups. Like, like if somebody don't want you to have a job and they know you weak in a certain area, they might just send a little sneaky link up in there just to set you up. Now this has been done before in the music industry. They'll send a little baddie up in there and get you caught up and slip something in your drink and then you know like some shit can happen, you know what I'm saying? But I still say you kind of like a clown though if you know I mean think about it for a minute. I mean this is really a problem. You the head coach of Michigan Wolverines. This is one of the premier jobs in your profession in college football. Well, clearly, this is one of the premier jobs in college football, and this is one of the top universities in the nation. So they put a little side piece out there and throw it a little chicken tender out there for you, and you bite on that. Man, what, bro? You ain't there ain't nothing around Ann Arbor better than that. I saw the picture of her. See, I was like, whoa, this is not that great. Like I was just like, man, what's going on, man? Like these cats is cowards, man. Y'all ain't got no game no more. See, cats from the '80s, we ain't never got caught in no scandals like that. No, shit, we create scandals, but we get caught up in those scandals. We might be the mastermind behind a scandal, but we didn't get caught up like that. That's just cowardly, man. I'm like, damn. It remind me of the brother that got fired from Boston Celtics, right? Udoka, Udoka, the head coach for Boston. And he had Jason Tatum in it, like Jalen Brown, about to win an NBA championship. And he got caught up in a little scandal with a staffer. Man, these little staffers, first of all, why are you hiring all these little hot little women? Well, first of all, the one Michigan, that wasn't hot. But there's some that have been hot. And I'm like, why are you sending all these women over here to work with these grown ass men walking around with towels in the locker room and sweaty bodies and stuff? Like that's when you know it's a setup. So if you trying to make your money and build your career, you should just just stay away from that. I mean, come on, man. I mean, they all making millions, so it's like, what do you need that for? Why you need to mess with the staffer? I just find that weird, man. I don't know. It's weird. Oh, I mean, back when I was younger, I remember I worked in the restaurant business, and I remember back in my day when I was like what 22 or something like that, and no, I was older than that, but there was a manager that was trying to hit up on me. Not saying I'm all that, but she was trying to hit up on me, and I was young, but I was like 26, something like that, 27. But she was like 35, but not old now. But back then, it seemed like it was really old. And but she was a good looking lady. But I was just like, man, she's my manager, and she was trying to like I could do a lot of things for you. And I was like, what? I was like, cool, man. Like your old ass. I ain't trying to get up with you. And she was like, I remember like my schedule, like I always was working when she worked, and then I was like, "Man, this is a problem, man." And then I had good section, so I was like, me, I was like, "Man, I get the good section, I'm cool." But then she started like doing coming around all the time, and I told her, I said, "Man, I can't really, I'm cool, man." Like like, and after that, man, I got moved to the a whole different section and all this kind of stuff, and not getting that many tables, and I always thought like, man, if I would have did this, I could have got more, but I didn't want to sell out. But it was ugly, man. I remember that shit, man. I went to the restaurant next door because I left. I couldn't deal with it no more, man. Like it was crazy. Then I found out that she slept with like seven waiters up in that restaurant. Like she was known to sleep with all these waiters. And one of the guys that worked there, my homeboy, well, no, he was a busser. My homeboy Raul, he told me, he said, like, man, she really wanted you. You fucked up. You could have made a lot of money. I was like, what the fuck you mean I fucked up? He was like, man, you could have made a lot of money. I was like, man, I ain't supposed to sleep with her old ass. He was like, yeah, man, but she hot and she on a boat and everything. She was mad you didn't do it. I was like, what? I was like, all this little shit came out like when I left. I went to the restaurant next door. It was El Torito's. I went to El Torito's next door. It was on the water. And man, I can never forget that little story, man. That little situation, man. And he was like, Raul was like, man, you fucked up. I was like, what do you mean I fucked up, man? I ain't do nothing fucked up. I ain't want to do that shit. He was like, man, you could have made a lot of money. And she was going, she had a boat, all this, a car. She had like a little Porsche. Was it a Porsche 944 turbo? She was rolling. She was there. She had everything. But I was like, man, I'm cool, bro. So sometimes you just gotta like just recognize, man, and step back, man. Like I'm cool, man. It wouldn't worth it to me, really. I ain't got time for all that shit. Man, look at that LA traffic. Golly, I can't show the game because they'll ban me. I'm watching this oh facts. Oh yeah. Oh big soul. Yeah, you cracking up. Oh, I heard that. Man, hit the like button, man, and subscribe, man. Y'all come in, man. Yeah, and I noticed like on these football games, they be having these little sideline reporters be wearing all these little skimpy dresses and all that stuff. It's almost like they setting these motherfuckers up. That's why if you watch the NBA, like Holly Rowe, they got her old ass still out there, and then she's safe because they know ain't nobody trying to get ahead of her. And that's what I'm saying. Like if you really want to be a sideline reporter, if I was running this shit, I want an old ass person with saggy breasts, everything. I don't want no hottie around my team. I want if you want to be a physical trainer, I want the women from the L plus community. I don't want no I want butchy chicks up in there taping your ankle up. Yeah, okay, you want your ankle tape? Okay, Hilga, come over here, Hilga. Take this motherfucker. Tape Jason. Tape Jamal Murray's ankle up. Yeah, Jamal, sit down. Let me tape your ankle. No hype. No, man. We getting real physical therapists up in here. No, we ain't playing around all that little OnlyFans slash shit. No, I'm cool. Mm-mm. Hilga, come tape his ankle up. You know what I'm saying? Big buff ass shit come over here like rolling your ankle up hella tight, cutting off all kind of circulation. Be like, damn, that bitch roll that shit tape. That tape tight. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get some real people that really do physical therapy, on your ass. We ain't bringing no little hot chicks up in there. Nope, not on my team. I'm just clowning. I'm talking to you laughing. I heard that. No, I'm just clowning. No, I'm just fucking around. But I'm just saying, though, they be setting these cats up though. That's why I noticed like the little uh the at LSU, them motherfuckers get it. They don't be playing out there. Lane Kiffin already setting up shop up there. He cleaned house, got rid of everybody. He showed his staff. It was like three females, I think, and they did not look that good. So they all dudes. Like you know what I'm saying? Who else is like that? Bill Belichick. All his assistants and staffers are all men. Bill Belichick didn't, and you know Bill, he just married. Didn't he just marry or he dated some like 30-year-old woman? He's at North Carolina coaching right now. Bill Belichick. These motherfuckers are dirtbags, man. I'm telling you, man. They know what they're doing. And here's the thing, Gronk Gronk when he was at New England, Tom Brady took him to the Playboy Mansion in Chicago when they played the Bears in a non regular season game, and he turned them on to all the little. See, y'all better watch out. TV 12's a little freak. TV 12. Strictly professional. Yeah, right. Yeah, my ass ain't nothing strictly professional. Man, make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in here, man. Man, look at this gun right here, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It is kind of mesmerizing when you look at it because it's so simple and it's kind of in the way I set it up. It's super clean. But I like that Floyd Customs Magwell for EDC. It's an EDC. It's not a competition Magwell, but you probably could use it for that. But nice. Yeah, man. Next year, 2026 suppressors. I'm gonna start working with my 308 new subscriber. Okay, right on, man. I appreciate you, man. Who is this? Extravaganza TB. I can't see none of this shit. Who is this? Dr. T. Here, just watch your Blaze 6 range report video. Been looking for my first PCC. Okay, okay. Now I'm just saying the Blaze 6 with me was just a little adventure I went on. I love it, but if you want my suggestion for a really good PCC, man, for a budget, the Blaze way to go. But I'll be honest with you, man, the CZ Scorpion, I shot one of them like a few months back. Man, that thing is the truth, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's very expensive to my personal opinion, but for a PCC, you get a folding brace on that thing, and it's light because it's polymer. Like part of it, most of it's polymer. It's it it take it. I don't know if it take Glock mags, but it got their own mag, the CZ Scorpion mags. But they don't take Glock mags. They kind of curve, but that's the only problem with it is that the mags are expensive. But yeah, I like the Blade 6. It's a little heavy though, man. Like I said, it's a 6 inch or 8 inch, and it's all full metal. So just understand it. Like it's about 5 pounds. It's not light. But I don't have a problem working with it. But the Scorpion is like, I mean, there's a lot of cats. They paid up a north of $1,000 for them, man. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the Blade is like $400. So it depends on what you want to spend. To be honest with you, but there's a lot of PCCs. You can build a lot of them. Just take your time. But if you want to just like drop some cash and be done with it, shit, get a CC Scorpion. Shit, you'll never look back. That motherfucker cold, and they known to run too. I'm thinking about getting one. Shit, fuck that. You can buy my blade. No, I'm gonna keep my blade because I already got it running good. I got a good blade, and plus I got it decked out pretty good too. Man, I can't wait, man. A great budget PCC is X-Star. Yeah, but what I noticed about the PCCs, they're very expensive. Like the ones that people like, for example, like the Palmetto State Armory. What's the one they got? The God damn, I forgot all they little line they had. You know what I'm talking about. But they and then you got the Springfield. Springfield put the other one out. But y'all help me out with these names of these guns. But Springfield got one. The Kuna, Springfield Kuna, and then you got the Palmetto State Armory. What's the one they got out? The PCC. But they both like 900 or 1,000. So the AKV, it's heavy though. That's all metal. Hmm. There's a lot of good ones. Like shit, Beretta got that Honey Badger, and you know, Sig got that other one. What's this one that Sig got out? They got it's a lot of PCCs that are good, but a lot of them are north of 900 or 800. Yeah, PCCs can be. They can definitely run you up. Sidewalk, what's up with it? Just checked my channel Echelon yesterday. Oh, just clean up the SE14 you gave me. That boy shining. Yeah, SE14, good gunslinger, man. Right on sidewalk. From what I'm seeing, delayed rollback. 1,000. Yeah, they BNT. Yeah, the BNT. The BNT SD9. That motherfucker cold. But like I said, the PCCs. They want a lot of money for the ones that people really like. You know what I'm saying? They like I said, I ain't mad. You can buy what you want, man. Fuck it, who gives a shit? But 'cause I know that everybody been raving about the Kuna and the one that Palmetto State Armory got. I can't think of the name of that line they got with those. Golly, I can't believe I forget it. But they got the AR, the PCC, and the 308. I think I decided to get a PCC that would have to be 45 ACP. Well, shit, you might as well get a Chris Vector. Shit. Damn, Boise State getting blown out. B and T's are beautiful, but they weigh my yeah, hell yeah. Man, we can all sit back and talk about like guns that we would like, but a lot of us is just regular people, man. We ain't trying to spend that kind of money. I think a lot of us could, but we'll be in trouble with our wives and families and stuff like that. Ain't nobody trying to think drop no $1,200 on a PCC, man, for real. Because a PCC to me is really just a pistol. So I rather just have a pistol in the car than have a PCC. At the end of the day, for that price, shit, I'd rather get a staccato before I buy a PCC. That's what made me buy the Blade Six. I was like, I just had this Blade Six and shit, and have me on my Glock 19. I'm cool. They both take the same mags. I like the PCCs that take Glock mags. So I was kind of like, I'm cool. Ooh, damn, they got another pick six. Jesus Christ. Boise's just getting lit up, man. That's why they have too many bowl games. This man on fell down. He had a whole touchdown ahead of him. No doubt. Yeah. Confidence reloaded. What's up? What's going on, bro? I appreciate you, man. Hit the like button when you come in and subscribe. Make sure you still subscribe because they take subscriptions away. Y'all think I'm clowning, man. Go check out some of your favorite gun tubers and see if you still subscribe. You'd be like, damn, he ain't lying. I ain't even subscribed no more. Because if you don't see nobody on a notification, like you hit the notification bell on a subscriber, on a subscription, and then all of a sudden you don't see that no more, they unsubscribed you. Man, I went to sleep sometimes and they'll say XYZ or 300 subscribers, whatever. And then I wake up the next morning and it'll say 285. I'm like, well, wait a minute, 15 people unsubscribed. I'm like, God damn, that's a lot of people that didn't like me last night. And then for the cold part about it, I didn't even probably upload a video and still lost 15 subscribers. So that means that somebody went and bought some old shit and got upset and subscribed. Man, please, man, this YouTube shit is. I'm telling you right now, anybody think this shit is easy? You tripping? Give it a shot. Start a channel and see how crazy this shit is. Oh, Boise. The sidewalk facts. Yeah, they definitely they'll shit. They'll shadow ban your ass and you would know you good because first of all, you would get trolls and then you get subscriptions taken away. That's how you would know that you actually are tapping into the algorithm, because you start getting all these weird old trolls and stuff. It's like that's when you know you in there. And then after that, your subscriptions just like go down, 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 down. But 40 people didn't unsubscribe like in 2 days. Come on, man, stop. These niggas got it. They got a trick play. What's going on here? Oh, that ain't gonna work. BNT is awesome. I have the ACP. That is my first PCC. Oh yeah, man, BNT. Well, shit. Let's just cut through the chase. You go get you an MP5 then. Go get you an HNK MP5 and then you call it a day. Man, that's the best PCC I ever shot. Suppress. Now my buddy Nola Gospel Tracks, he got a what is it? Is it by IWI? He has a Uzi. Suppress. It's a wrap. That motherfucker is so quiet. We was shooting that thing with no ear protection. We're just trying to see how loud it was. The suppressed, it's about this long. Even with the can on it, it's about this long. I can't put it in the camera. It's about this long with the can on. It's like a 6.5 inch barrel, I think, or something like that. I don't know what the barrel length is. Small, but with the can on, it's only about that long. About that long. And man, that thing shoots so good, man. Uzi suppressed? Please. I got a video of me shooting that thing on shooting Noah Gospel Tracks Uzi with the can on it. There's a lot of good PCCs out there. That's why they can make so much money. HK clones, yeah. HK, yeah. Everybody does clones. I don't think there's definitely there's more Glock clones than any clone ever. I think that's the most clone. The Glock 19's got to be the most clone pistol. Gen 3 has to be the most clone period ever. Man, there's so many Glock Gen 3 clones, Glock 19 Gen 3 clones. It's unbelievable. They knocked it out, man. I'm proud of this gun right here, man. I'm proud that I went in on a Gen 5, traded all my Gen 3s in. And it was crazy. People follow my channel. I had no idea that they were coming for these things. Dressed to Kill Tay, he spoke about it 2 years ago when I was in California. But my point is that I was doing preempted strategic moves on upgrading, and people know that I didn't know it was coming down the pipe because I'd have made content off it if I'd have knew it. I'd been like, man, I'm doing this because they about to ban this. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know it. I was just subconsciously, and a lot of people who watch my channel know the only reason why I really upgraded to the Gen 5s is because I'm a lefty and I wanted the ambi controls on both sides. So if Glock would have did this out the box, I probably never would have upgraded. That's what's crazy about it. Because if you're a lefty and you own Glock pistols in Gen 3, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You had to manipulate it a little different. So when the Gen 5s came along, I couldn't get them in California because they're not allowed. Gen 4, Gen 5, civilians can't have them. So when I moved here, the first thing I started doing was upgrading all my Gen 3s, trading them in and buying Gen 5s, trading them in, buying Gen 5s. So and then I didn't get that much money. A lot of people don't know this because some of y'all don't watch my channel, but I did a video on how I took a bath on a lot of my Gen 3s because I modified them. If you shave off like the trigger guard, shave the finger grooves off, do any shaving or dremeling on this gun, when you go to trade it in, you depreciated this trade-in value significantly, or you do a stipple job on the grip and all that kind of stuff, you're done. They're gonna give you like 200-300 at the most. You know what I'm saying? And so on these Gen 5s, I ain't touching shit. I'm not doing I I'm not even putting Talon grips on these motherfuckers. Oh, yeah. You not that's not gonna depreciate you, but my point is but I'm not fucking with them though, because when you trade your gun in, you get nothing for it, so you might as well keep it, and that's why I didn't trade in my Glock 21 because they was talking about, "Oh, I'll give you 275." I said, "275 for a Glock Gen 3? uh Glock 21?" I mean, he's like, "Yeah, man." I say, "Fuck that. I'll keep that." He said, "Yeah, I would too." I was like, "Man, are you tripping?" And so I went to another pawn shop. I went to another pawn shop, another gun shop. I said, "How much you give me that?" He said, "I'll give you 260." I was like, "Damn, it went down." So I was like, "I'm cool." Nope. And I would because the Gen 5, what they wanted like 560. I was like, "Man, I'm cool. Y'all tripping. I'm keeping my Gen 3." So that's the one I didn't trade in. But the other ones I got like 400, which is good back then because now they wouldn't give it now with the V series and the Gen 6. They ain't, this is not a good time to trade in the Glock right now because you're not gonna get anything for it now because they want to get them off the market. So they're gonna try to lowball you. So if you got anything Gen 5 and below, keep it because those are the ones they try to ban. So you might as well keep it and make money on it. You know what I'm saying? If I knew that was gonna happen, I would have just kept all those Gen 3s and upgraded and just bought all Gen 5s and had double ups. You know what I'm saying? I really would have done that because now all the Gen 5s and below are going to be really hard to get and people are going to pay a lot of money for them moving forward. I probably won't see it, but there's going to come a day when a Gen 3 Glock 19, you're going to be at some gun show and they're going to be like, man, they want 1500 for it. Yep, they sure do. But it's going to have to be in a state that it's going to allow it because they don't want to have you to be able to put that thing on the back. But yeah, if you talk to somebody, you on the open market, and like 10 years from now, it's like, man, I got a Glock 19 Gen 3, never been fired, in the box. I'll give it to you for 1500. You're gonna probably get it. That's crazy when you think about it for a Glock. Oh yeah, it's gonna appreciate the Gen 5s and below. They're gonna go up in value so high, so fucking high in not too long, like in a year or two. Especially all the other calibers, like if you got like a Glock 32, 357 SIG, or Glock 30, or like I got a Glock 34, Glock 35. They're all gonna be the long slides. Man, you ain't. They're gonna be dinosaurs. You'll be like, wow, you got a Glock 34. Like you ain't gonna see that because that's why I'm wondering. I put a video up. If y'all watch my latest video, are they gonna bring all those old calibers and old uh sizes back? Wow, it's the 20% rule they use in the gun shop. Yeah. Gone live. Yeah. What's up, everybody? What's up, James? Yeah. Yeah. When you say your guns, man, you take a bath, man. You can do a good private sale, but they gonna screw you though. And don't modify. Like I said, don't shave anything off or Dremel anything. You really done. If it's in manufacturer format, like the way you bought it, you have a better chance. But if you did anything to it, you done. Yeah, they gonna cook you on it. You ain't lying. Glock 29 is going for 1,300 right now, right? Yeah. Eh, Man, I I definitely, if I knew this was gonna happen, I would not have sold my Gen 3s and I would just bought the Gen 5s. I really would have. People say, "You crazy, you would have bought all those guns?" I sure would have, because the reason why Glock discontinued them, it's one thing for something to be banned. It's another thing when the manufacturer said, "We're not doing them no more." That's a different story. You know, It's like with Nike said, we're not making Jordans no more. Like, so every Jordan on the shelf is just going to go just fly off the shelf, and every Jordan, any retro model is just there's no more iterations of Michael Jordan tennis shoes. No more, no more. Is discontinued. If Nike put that statement out, do you know what that just did to the market of people who own unworn Jordans? Like it just went, and that's what Glock just did. They just made all their iterations Gen 3, 4s, and all the long slides, the compacts, the 27s, all of them. It just made those guns so much more valuable. So no, I don't feel no need to really rush into the Gen 6 at all. No, I really don't. I don't see the hurry at all. It's just I'm in the sweet spot right now. I have the Gen 5 and I have a couple of Gen 3s mixed in it. So it's a good sweet spot to be at. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just nice to know that I got all the guns that most people would want to buy in Glock, but I'm never gonna sell them. But when I check out, my kids get them and they don't have trash guns. They're gonna have some guns that's like, ooh, wait a minute, I can you know what I'm saying? You know, first of all, my son, only one of my sons gonna get them. Everybody else don't really like guns, but my son in the army, he's gonna get them all though. So I told him, I said, like, yeah, they all you already saw. Dad, I already know that, man. Stop talking about all that. He don't like when I talk like that. So we gonna go on a hog hunt. I think next year. Um, he don't want me to get out. He want to do it a certain way, like in a blind. I shoot. He don't want me on the ground. He said, I'm gonna go. Him and his buddies, his army buddies, they gonna go stalk some hogs and stuff. But I'm gonna be base camp supposedly whatever. I'll do base camp, and then I'm gonna shoot a couple from a blind, I guess. He's like, yeah, Dad, because if you fall or if something happened, I'm like, man, you got like I'm an old ass man. I said, I can walk, motherfucking shit. He's like, no, man. He said these hogs is crazy because I guess when he was in Korea, they got hogs too, and they went out shooting some pigs and stuff, and them said them motherfuckers is big out there. They get to like 300-400 pounds, come charging at you and shit. And I was easy. So I was like, okay, I don't need no big ass 300-pound hog chasing at me. So I maybe I will be base camp. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be fun though, man, my boy. That's gonna be fun, man. I can't wait for that. No, yeah, you ain't lying. Like it, yeah, says it. No, no doubt. Oh, let me get another beer real quick, man. We got here James DeLong. Yes, firearms are like vehicles. Once you take it off the lot, go down in value unless you have a limited edition firearm or a rare model. If man, you ain't never lied, James. That shit goes down real quick. But I was just trying to let everybody know if once you start modifying and dremeling and shaving and stippling, you done. You ain't get nothing for that gun no more. You might as well kiss that thing. Like if you took the original slide on this and you like ported it or something like that, man, and you go sell it, and you would think like, man, look, I decked this whole thing out. I dremeled this, I shaved, and you go, oh man, that's cool, man, that's cool. I give you 250. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you, man, I did $700 worth of work on this gun. I give you 250. And then they want you to give them a mag. They want a mag too. They are not banning the old Glocks. The V series were supposed to originally just go to states with restrictions, but Glock now they had an opportunity to make more money and offered it to the everyone. Yeah, I mean, everybody knew that with the well, not everybody. I knew that the V series it was definitely for the restricted states, but definitely. So that's going to be the new Gen 3. You know, everybody know what that is. And the Gen 6 is going to be like the Gen 5s, except that they threw on the stippling and the finger wet ledge and the undercut on the trigger guard and that little area by the slide stop, the little ledge to keep you from riding your slide stop, and the beaver tail. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Gen 6 is basically a upgraded Gen 5, but the Gen V is just basically a Gen 3. That's all that is. Absolutely. I think that's the easy one to figure out. Everyone saw that coming. The more you do a firearm, especially the stock slider frame, kiss that resale goodbye. You know what he said? Hell yeah, kiss that resale goodbye. Exactly. Yeah, you can't fuck with your guns too much, man, if you want money back. Because even if you don't touch it, as long it once you fire it, it's used. So they'll depreciate it by $200. It doesn't matter if it's one bullet or it's 1,000 bullets. Because the barrel, it doesn't. The barrel is not a it's a part. It's not like something they actually gonna matter. All they want to know is have you ever fired it, and they can tell if you fired a gun. So anybody who think they're slick that they're gonna sell a gun that's been fired and say no, they haven't, they're gonna find out. Now, a pawn shop may not know, but a FFL will. Like a actual gun shop, they can look at the barrel and look at the gun. They'll be able to know that you fired it. Hell yeah. Okay, man. Make sure y'all hitting the like button when y'all come in and subscribe if you new. Can anybody tell me how many people are watching? Okay, so who we got? We got man, that kid from Indiana won the Heisman, man. Man, that's big. Indiana football 20. We got 20 still up in here. God damn, Dr. T. You're doing a good job, Floyd. 20. Okay, all right. Man, y'all see that kid from Indiana won a Heisman? So I think he's the first Mexican born kid to win a Heisman. That's big, man. And let's think about it. Indiana Hoosiers, they're known for basketball. Indiana, Bloomington, Indiana is not known for football, really. That's Big Ten country. That's Michigan, Michigan State, Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? That ain't known for no Indiana ain't been no powerhouse in football. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. We got 42 now. Yeah, hit the like button, man, and subscribe if y'all new to the channel, man. But that's big, man. Indiana Hoosiers football program is killing it. Man, who would have thought that shit? Man, Christian McCartney. Okay, okay. Christian McCaffrey is in the starting lineup, added to the injury report. Oh no, he's added to the injury report. I love C Mac, man. I saw him play at Stanford when he was in college. Sacramento. Oh, South Carolina State beat Prairie View. Damn it. What's that? 4 overtimes? Am I seeing that right? Them motherfuckers played 4 overtimes? God damn. Them kids got to be tired. They fucked the whole after party up. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the championship game, you want to just win. You ain't trying to play 4 overtimes. You trying to like get to the dance and get at the honeys or whatever. These 4 overtimes, you might be tired. Be like, babe, I'm cool. Damn. Said, yeah, Indiana better win it all this year because it will be another 10 years till they yeah, right, because they all they bet this is their best. But see, you never know. They might start getting some players that want to go up there. I mean, it is Indiana. It's still, a top university, but ain't nothing in Bloomington though. What's up, family? Okay, I feel you. I feel you, metal baby. Okay, 11523. Yep. We up in here chilling, man. I'm over here just drinking some beer. We're doing a little live. You see my Glock 19 right here. You see it right here. Let me know what you think about it, metal baby, man. Just be honest. If you plan on reading your firearm, especially in the mods, you do. You should won the trophy for the most smoking hot blue eyed man. Right? What's up, my man? Right, Ronnie. What's up, Ronnie Faster? What's up, bro? How you like my Glock 19? I got it all souped up right here with the Ramjet, got the Floyd Customs Magwell. I'm about to get the Overwatch Precision Trigger shoe on here, TLR 7X. I still say to this day, man, to be honest with you, I'm gonna stop it right here. Let me get it right here. That item right there, that light, that is the weapons light. I would honestly say the weapons light is probably the most overrated accessory for EDC. I ain't saying for tactical purposes or what do you call it? If you're a detective, you work the graveyard shift and all that kind of stuff, duty. No, no, I'm talking about for average air breathing normal citizen. A weapons light on your EDC firearm, and I'm gonna go two ways. Uh, weapons light and a optic are the two most overrated accessories on a EDC firearm for regular, degular air breathing citizen because you're never going to use them. If you like I said, if you duty, if you work security at night, you're law enforcement, all that kind of stuff. Okay, could see it, but even those cats, they don't use that shit that much. So yeah, those two. If you watching this and you about to build you a little EDC pistol, you don't need an optic. You don't need a weapons light. Just my personal opinion. I If I could do it over again, because I'm stuck with it because I bought tier one holsters and I got Vetter sponsor me, and all my holsters I end up getting light bearing. And if I can do it all over again, my EDCs I would not do light bearing. I would do only light bearing for like gun belts, you know what I'm saying, range belts or stuff like that. Man, I don't need no fucking optic on a fucking EDC. It just looks cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It looks cool as fuck. And it could have its advantages on some longer shots. Yeah, it could. But again, we talking about EDC, man. That's just gonna be 2 or 3 feet or less. And that's why people like little smaller guns. That's why small guns are really good for EDC because you're gonna pull out, pop, 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 and that's it. You ain't about to be sitting there lining up the fucking dot and all that shit. Man, that's just all in the movies, man. That's for those tactical dudes that in Delta forces and all that, and Navy SEALs. You really again a person that worked 40 hours a week, whatever job you do, you carry a gun. You really don't need an optic, and you don't need a weapons light. I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. A lot of this shit is just hype, bro. And I bought into it. And like I said, if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't buy that shit for my EDC. For my range guns and uh, like competition and stuff like that. Hell yeah, yeah. But just like I'm going to Walmart. Do you need an optic and a fucking weapons light going to Walmart at 11 a.m. in the daytime? No, you don't. Just be honest, you don't need it. So, and that's why those little smaller guns that make sense, like the Sig P365, the Bodyguard 382.0, Glock 26, Glock 43X, uh, Canic, MC9, all these little small little micro compacts, they make sense. But what they doing though, they're making them optics ready to make you buy an optic and putting rails on them and stuff to sucker your ass into buying accessories. And the reality matter is those little tiny ass guns, you don't need all that shit on there for an EDC, man. I'm trying to tell you, I'm telling you, I got suckered into it. I don't need all that. I wish I had a Glock 19. I do got one, but the one I got my old Gen 3, I can put it without a slide, and I like to carry it because it doesn't have an optic and it doesn't have a light on it. But if I can do it all over again, I would love to have this Glock right here with a holster that supports it with a sidecar that's not light bearing and optic ready to trim it down, like make it smaller for EDC. I'll still keep the magwell because that makes my grip. That keeps my. I'm not touching the YouTube. I'm around. I'm getting real close, but I'm not. But I would keep the magwell, but I wouldn't. I would get rid of the optic and the light in my EDC carry if I could. But now I'm too late because all my holsters are all light bearing and optics ready. So I'm cooked. So I can't do nothing about it. But if you knew, think about that, man. Everyday carry. I'm not talking about range and on road trips and security guard late night. You work at the motherfucking Golden Corral and your ass staying out there from 12 midnight to 6 in the morning, you might want to have a light and an optic and a ramjet. But me, I don't need that shit going to Five Guys Burger at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday in between the LSU game. I don't, that's a little bit overkill. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. Yes, sir. Red dot and light and EDC are pointless. Now, range, toys, firearms, yes. I even have a red dot on my VR80 shotgun. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, red dots and all that shit. That shit's fun at the range because you shooting that paper that ain't moving. But in the EDC, the goon is gonna be moving. So unless you're gonna line your dot up and all that shit, man, come on, man, you're gonna be pointing and shooting more than likely, and it's gonna be 2 feet and in. That's what the FBI say. 2 feet and in. That means somebody's gonna run up on you. It just you just spending a whole bunch of money, really. I, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real. And I've done videos on this. I bought things for guns that makes absolutely no sense for EDC, only for EDC. Now, home defense, fuck yeah, I want lights on every gun I own for home defense because I want to see what I'm shooting. And because I promise you, when you pop somebody in home defense, them fucking punk ass DAs, they're gonna be like, "Oh, how did you know that was a bad guy?" Because I got this big ass 1,000 lumen light on my shotgun, and I saw his ass, and I didn't recognize him. And I lit his ass up. Okay, that's good enough for me, sir. You know what I'm saying? that's all they. That's all they gonna say. They gonna let you go. But in general public, man, this ain't gonna help you. No optic and no light gonna help you in the EDC. There's nobody who said like, "Oh, boy, I'm glad I had my EDC light on when that dude tried to attack me at the White Castle." You know what I'm saying? No, nobody said that. No one's ever said that. So just and they're expensive. Lights and optics. I get a couple companies send me stuff, so I'm kind of fortunate. But a lot of y'all are gonna be paying top dollar, and then y'all gonna be trying to buy all the most expensive optics, and they ain't even that much better than the cheap ones, the budget ones. Like this whole sign one, I got one by Zulisi that's just as good as this or better. Zulisi make great optics, and I paid for the Holosign. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, like this is not my best optic, but it looks cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's good. But Zulisi, I got the Zulisi Otter Pro. That motherfucker's way the glasses. I think the glass is just as clear as the glass on this one. It's just that this one has a solar panel, and the contour of this one, I think they nailed it a little bit better. The contour. That's all. But if you just wrote Zulisi on the side of this, you wouldn't even know the difference. The game is cold, really, in the gun world. They be taking you down the river on a lot of this shit, man. I had a I shot it through a EOTech, and then I shot through a knockoff EOTech, and my boy tricked me, and he said like, "Tell me which one you," because he I didn't know. I shot it, boom. He said, "Which one you think is the EOTech now?" And I said, "Man, that's the EOTech, the one right there, the one I shot that one." He goes, "That's the knockoff one." He said I did this because he did it to two other people, and they all picked the knockoff EOTech over the EOTech with the holographic. The EOTech got the holographic sight. And man, it's a company I can't think of the name of it, but they do a knockoff one, and I think the knockoff one is like 175 or no, it's more than that. It's like 270, it's 275, 280, something like that. And it's it naked eye. I mean, I'm sure Honest Outlaw would be like, "Oh no, that's the Holosun, no, whatever." You'll say, I couldn't tell, and clearly I wasn't wrong because he did it to two other people, and they said they picked the same one that I picked. So you gotta be careful with these optics and these flashlights and shit. Yep. But man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Getting a little tired, man. I'm go eat something a little bit. And but I appreciate everybody stopping by. Hit the like button, subscribe, stay tapped in. Make sure you are still subscribed to your favorite gun tuber because they are definitely taking away subscriptions. And until the next one, man, everybody stay blessed. Peace.